steroid shots helped me I got about 20% hearing back in that ear. So as a result, I'm able to use the hearing aid, and it works pretty well for the most part. And so, but yeah, that's hard. You would have thought all the M16s and machine guns and stuff would have caused it, but
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's so random. And, when I talked to the doctor about it, he said it doesn't happen very often. There's probably, he said in the whole Eastern Shore, every year they probably average about 3 to 4 hearing losses for that same reason. It's the virus. It's the same virus that you get from chicken pox that also does
shingles.
Yeah, shingles and stuff. So, but for whatever reason, it only attacks one ear. And so.
Coach, thanks for being here with me today to talk about Cardinal football in this week's game against the Williamson Lions. Last week, the Cardinals faced a tough Jackson team in the third. It's the first region win, and the whole bunch of first this year so far. But how do you feel that being able to run against the Jackson defense early on helped St. Michael establish the lead that they kept much throughout the game? Yeah, it was huge. It's huge. It's running the ball and stopping the return. It's huge. Last week, I had everyone as a front block in there. And I could tell that was huge because of the firepower they had. And then she just kept getting stops, kept getting stops, and trying to move enough. Yeah, talking about those stops and the big plays. Whenever St. Michael's down there to dial up the yardage they needed or get the big stop they needed, what do you attribute the big plays in the last one?
Wow, as if the speaker wasn't enough. We got the Williamson band, like just below us to the left. They will eventually. They're just kind of getting loose right now. And the big bass drums are going, but they just look like they're just warming up. Well, but they're spread out. They look like more.
6 feet.
All right, here I'm turning you. Hey, Tony and Robin, I got you turned on for now since they're playing the interview and all that stuff, so we can at least talk to each other.
All right.
Gets going, you're right. It's hard to get a hand on him.
He's quick twitch. He's a good athlete. I don't know if he's their return guy too. I'd be curious to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't. He and the quarterback just seem like the two guys that that the Cardinals need to worry about.
Yeah, and they run a lot of zone read, and so then that's how you mess up. If you mess up your assignment on zone read with two guys like that can really run, they're going to give up a bunch of yardage. And this quarterback is much more willing to run for 10, 15 yards
Oh yeah, well,
than the other guy was.
yeah. No, I agree.
Quickly, I told our guys, like, hey, it's good. It's good.
I wonder how that locker room was after the game last week.
Brock
with that
showed me a
quarterback.
video.
No,
Oh,
I mean
that one?
with
Oh,
Jackson.
yeah.
Because if I was that quarterback, man, I'd have taken my receivers and I'd be like, we're not leaving this field until you guys learn to catch.
Yeah.
Because he put the ball on the money so many times, and they just outright dropped it.
I like to believe we were rushing him and making him throw harder than normal. I don't think
Yeah.
that was the case, but I like to think that.
He just likes to – that quarterback last week just liked to take as much time as possible and wait till things broke open outside of the design play. I don't know if it was so much our rush as him just having habits of running around back there and waiting for things to open up. Their offense is much more designed, Williamson's, and they throw the ball quicker to more design routes, it seems like.
Yeah, and it was just hard to tell how many of those receivers are top athletes like those guys were from Jackson. You know, they didn't seem to get open the way those guys did, but like you said, they seem to throw the ball a lot faster, so they're not getting lost in the traffic. You know?
I agree. Yeah, they might not have the same level of standout receivers and guys that can make big plays after the catch, but overall, I think their passing game is more organized and well-oiled, I guess.
How we looking, Rip?
And their quarterback looked really good in warm-ups, too. He was throwing a good ball.
You got to speak up, Rip.
We have about a minute 15 left on the interview, then we have our spot break.
Okay.
Little hairy, and our guys hung in there and stuck together the whole
And we're coming back at 50, right? 6:50?
continuing to grow close
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Okay.
In a few minutes, we will have our opening kickoff between the St. Michael Cardinals and your Williamson Lions.
All right, we're back. I'm Billy Langford, your host, and I'm here with Chase Garnham, the color analyst. So Chase, we've been talking in the break here. What are some things you think the Cardinal offense is going to need to do to attack the Williamson defense?
Yeah, the Williamson has a really good interior run defense. They've got a big defensive tackle, Jaquan McKinney, 6'3", 300 pounds. And so he's going to do a good job of keeping the offensive line off their two stud linebackers, one of which, Robert Woodyard, is committed to Alabama. The other standout linebacker, Tyreek Gaines, 6 foot, 225, good size, good burst. So in order to be effective, particularly in the run game, St. Michael's needs to do a good job of, being a good teammate to their fellow offensive linemen and helping them out to climb up to those linebackers and making sure that their standout D tackle doesn't prevent them from getting up onto those linebackers and making the blocks necessary for Ezra Sexton to break those runs for 5 and 10 plus yards.
Yeah, well, and the run game is so important to setting up the pass game because St. Michael has so many receivers to choose from. You got William Ford, Micah Farrell, Calvin Karen, Braylon Green, Moy Fayapu. I mean, the list goes on. And so Josh Murphy's got to have time to be able to throw the ball to those guys. And the way you slow down that rush is with the run game.
Yep.
And so, so there's, it'll be interesting to see how that matchup plays up. Now, the defense, on the other hand, it's a little bit different story. I mean, what the St. Michael defense needs to do is going to be a little bit different. Kind of similar to last week, except that the quarterback, number 11, Daniel Miller, who was the Zaxby's Player of the Week 1, is a very dynamic runner and likes to run more, and he can still sling that ball downfield.
Yeah, he's another big left-handed quarterback like we saw against Jackson last week with their quarterback. The one big difference I would say that Daniel Miller has over the Jackson quarterback is he gets the ball out a lot quicker, and he's more elusive in the run game and more willing to run as a quarterback than last week. So, it's very much about getting a good read on the play as a DB, when the initial snap, compared to Jackson last week where it was a much more of like a scramble drill and the quarterback was trying to extend plays and have receivers come back to the ball. So it's a different type of pass game that Williamson's bringing to the table. But I think last week against Jackson was definitely a good warm-up for what they're going to see tonight against Williamson.
Right. Well, and just like Jackson too, Williamson has a tremendous running back, Jacoby Shaw, that he hits the hole fast and he's just tough to get a hand on. And so it's going to be really important that these linebackers understand their alignments and their assignments. They need to know where they need to be, and they need to maintain their discipline as far as their positioning so that they'll be in the right spot to make the play.
Yep. Jacoby Shaw, he's consistently been approaching 100 yards each of the first 3 games this season for Williamson. He's a smaller back, but he's very shifty. He's what you would call a scat back. And not to say he's as good as these players, but he reminds me a lot of both Chris Rainey or Noel Devine, those smaller backs that can make those quick cuts and then outrun your defense if you're not taking the right pursuit angles and wrapping up with your tackles.
Yeah, and something else, too, on the back end with the DBs, led by Britton Cooper. It's going to be really important for those guys to cover their receivers because, the Williamson quarterback, Miller, he likes to throw the ball downfield.
Yep. And
the one thing that was very noticeable was he puts a lot of air on the ball, so that'll give our DBs a chance to get there and maybe make a play on the ball, and they're going to have to do that to be able to stop these guys because they've got some athletes on the field, very similar to what we saw from Jackson. So it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point about Miller being able to throw the ball downfield, your safeties have to have the right positioning and help out their corners over the top to defend those plays. But Miller also does a good job being able to make all types of different routes, and he does get the ball out quick at times as well as throwing it downfield. So he can throw the fade, he can throw the corner, slant, you can roll out a little bit, throw a quick out. He really has all the throws in his arsenal. I think the one opportunity we have going against Williamson and Miller in their pass game is he does have 5 interceptions so far early this season. So maybe we can get a few and get possession back.
Yeah, and, something we haven't talked a lot about is the special teams game, and that was so huge for the Cardinals last week, and keeping the ball away from the kick returners and the punt returners, using the onside kick. I mean, it was tremendous, and one of the things that was noticeable with Williamson is they try to do the same kind of stuff. They use some onside kicks. The one potential challenge for them is their punting. It doesn't seem like they're as strong with the punting, which could be good for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
But special teams is going to be a critical part of this game, and especially too if we see Jacoby Shaw as the return man, knowing how fast that guy is. If we let him touch, or if the Cardinals let him touch the ball, then it could be good night.
Yeah, for sure. And St. Michael came out with a lot of different wrinkles in their kicking game last week, and that was primarily motivated, I would imagine, by how talented Jackson's returners were. And so they were really effective at kicking the ball out of shotgun formation. I think the quarterback, Josh Murray, kicked a couple times, and we only really came out in a traditional punt formation once, I believe, and that was towards the end of the game. And so, yeah, so far Williamson, their kicking game has been a weakness, and so maybe that's something we can take advantage of. But it'll definitely be interesting to see if St. Michael takes the same approach they did last week with the unconventional kicking game, or if they go to a more traditional approach, because as you get farther into the season, teams are going to start picking up on some of those wrinkles you put into the playbook with your kicking game, and they're going to catch on to that.
Yeah, well, and here's, I've been waiting for this moment to tell everybody the most critical stat that we figured out this last week it's that with Williamson, Williamson comes in here at 1-2, and they've lost their 2 games to teams that wear red.
Yeah.
So, so tonight we're hoping that red continues to be their kryptonite as St. Michael comes in here looking for their second region win. I mean, that could be huge, and that could be the untold story.
It could be. I think there might be more pressing variables. But and unfortunately, it looks like St. Michael actually came out in their white jerseys. But they do have a little bit of red sprinkled in, so hopefully that'll give us a little bit of an advantage compared to Williamson's losses so far. But, more importantly, I think they lost to Faith and St. Paul, because those are very formidable opponents as well. And, I don't know that Jackson had faced the same level of talent that Williamson has so far. And another thing is they have 3 games under their belt already, and so St. Michael just has 1 regular season game, and there's definitely an added level of intensity in the regular season real games compared to preseason games.
Yeah, I mean, there's this, and Williamson has a big history too. Last year they were the 4A region champs. They're only a couple years away from a state championship. They've done really well, and they've produced some big time players, at least at the collegiate level, and some of them did well at the NFL level. I mean, guys like quarterback Jamarcus Russell. He came out of Williamson and had a big career at LSU, and then he made it to Oakland, and most people know the rest of that story. Defensive end Antonio Coleman played at Auburn, did really well at Auburn, ended up at the Buffalo Bills. And then defensive tackle Nick Fairley, who everybody remembers from the 2010 championship.
Yeah.
He played at Auburn and went on to play for the Detroit Lions. But St. Michael has produced some guys too. We got Grant Murray that went to Huntington College, and Trevor Helper at Millsaps College. So we're working to get these players up to the Division I level teams and on into the NFL. But that just takes time.
For sure, Williamson definitely has a head start on that. They've been a school that's been around for much longer than St. Michael.
All right, well, when we come back, we'll bring in Robin, and we'll get the field conditions, coin toss, and prep you for the game. So you're listening to Cardinal Football on Archangel Radio.
All right, we'll come back. We're going to do the welcome and get going.
Yep.
All right.
From the water to the fire, nothing's fresher.
Hey, did you see there was a quote from Coach Pete in that article about Miller when he was the Zaxby's Players of the Week? He said that one of his secrets is he lets his quarterbacks play PlayStation so that they can see. I tell you what, I talked to my son about that when he used to play, and it's amazing how much you can see as far as reads go, seeing the safeties and
different route combinations. I mean, they're real plays that they put in those games.
Oh yeah, well, and you can see like when the DBs or when the cornerbacks are playing off or they're playing tight. And when it's man coverage and zone, I mean, oh my gosh!
It's no different than a lot of corporations are training their employees with virtual reality now.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity to get those extra mental reps in without putting your body at risk.
Pilot in a simulator. I mean, it's the same.
I'm just glad that someone was willing to admit it, because I think there's a lot of guys that probably do that, but they just think it doesn't sound cool, so they don't admit it.
And quarterback types are normally better at those games than other players because they have to see the whole field and know what different positions do and stuff, and so normally they're better at the pass game on video games too.
Join us for our Parent Preview Coffee Social on Friday, October 15th at 8 a.m. This is a great opportunity to learn more about what Christ the King Catholic School has to offer for your students. We will talk about our academic and student life and answer your questions. Registration for the 2022-23 school year will begin in January. For more information about our admissions process, please visit our website, ctkcs.
St. Michael's receive the football to begin tonight's
Hey, I'll bring us
contest.
back and then. All right, we're back. I'm Billy Langford, and we're bringing in Robin Rockstall here. So, Robin,
All right.
take it away.
It's Thursday night, time for St. Michael Cardinal football. Robin Rockstall, Chase Garnham, and Billy Langford here on Archangel Radio, and we're at Ladd-Peebles Stadium tonight, where the St. Michael Cardinals take on the Williamson Lions. We're going to go ahead and start our broadcast tonight of the game, like we always do, with the prayer to St. Michael. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
St. Michael the Archangel,
defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl throughout the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen.
Well,
St. Michael,
defend us. All right, it's time to get started here. And while y'all were talking, we did have the captains come out. And our captains for tonight's game are Josh Murphy, William Ford, Luke Edmonston, Britton Cooper. St. Michael won the toss and is elected to receive. I think Williamson won the toss, and St. Michael will receive to start the game. So as we get started here, the Cardinals are here in their white uniforms with their gray pants. Williamson has got their black uniform with the yellow on the sleeves and a little white on the legs, black helmets. And, it looks like a formidable opponent for tonight.
Absolutely, in great conditions for the game. It's starting to cool down a little bit. It's ended up being a beautiful night here in Mobile.
Here come the Lions!
Ladd-Peebles is obviously a turf field, which is going to be a little bit of a change up from last week with St. Michael playing their home games at Fairhope's natural field.
Yeah, and St. Michael did get to play on this field last year against Viger in that game. So some of the guys have a little bit of experience here, so it won't be that big of a shock, but it is different playing on turf.
Yeah, it looks like the team came prepared. They've got some tape on their elbows, making sure they don't have any turf injuries or anything of that nature. So it seems like they're ready for it.
So the Cardinals will be receiving. They're in the end zone to our left. They'll be going left to right. Back deep is William Ford to receive. The Lions are lining up on their own 40-yard line. They'll be kicking off right to left. They're getting set up here. See what kind of kickoff we get from Williamson and how this plays out to start the game.
Yeah, the kicking game is definitely something to look at for both teams this week. As we mentioned in the pregame, St. Michael had a lot of different wrinkles in their kicking game last week to avoid the Jackson receivers. From what we've scouted on Williamson and seen from them, they've struggled in their kicking game a little bit. So, the team that wins the kicking game will definitely have a leg up tonight, and so it's definitely an area of the game to look.
And it looks like Robert Woodyard, their all-star linebacker, is going to be also there kicking off here for the Lions.
Yep, and here we go.
Here comes the kick. It's a short, high kick. Bounced. It didn't even bounce. It went out of bounds at about the 41-yard line of the Cardinals.
Yeah, and that's going to bring out a flag. So, right away, Williamson struggling with the kicking game to start the game.
So, see if the Cardinals can take advantage of that.
And, St. Michael was starting with great field position throughout last week as well. I think they started most of their drives around the 40, which is where they're going to be starting their first drive against Williamson tonight.
Yep, Cardinals come to the line waiting for the officials to actually set the ball. And it will be at their own 40-yard line. Cardinals going left to right. Murphy in the shotgun, Sexton to his right in the backfield. We got two receivers to the far side. Murphy's getting set, waiting on the snap. There's a snap, drops back. He's looking downfield. Oh, has it in the hands of his receiver. It's picked off by number 4 for Williamson, who's at the 20-yard line and brought down at the 11. Big pick for the Williamson Lions right there to start the game.
Yeah, hit the receiver in his hands, but unfortunately it was tipped up, and Williamson had a chance to pick it off, and they did. Good tackle by Josh Murphy, the quarterback, before they were able to score there.
So now we're going to get a look at the Williamson offense and this Cardinal defense backed up deep in their own territory. Ball's going to be spotted at the 11, be 1st and 10 for the Lions there, going right to the left.
Yeah, anytime you're coming off a turnover and a change of possession like that, unexpected, as a defense, you have to really lock in and prepare yourself to play immediately, because this is when, if you let your guard down, they can get a quick score.
Miller, the quarterback's in the shotgun. He has a running back to his left in the backfield. Hands it off, gets wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage and slung down.
Yeah, good job on Max Wilson right there, getting into the backfield and getting the running back, number 4, Jacoby Shaw, before he was able to get any gain.
They're going to give him about 1 on there. They're going to move it to the 10. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 9 for the Williamson Lions at the 10-yard line. Very dangerous territory here early in the game. Miller in the shotgun, back to his left in the backfield, takes a snap, hands it off again, gets wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and brought down. Great penetration by the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think that was Claybar in on the tackle, and we had number 6, Austin Maloney, coming off the edge to squeeze the play back up to Claybar for the tackle there. Good job by the defense.
Yeah, this brings up a big 3rd down and 9 for the Lions. Cardinals can get a stop here. Don't know if you go for it this early to try, but you said, like you said, their kicking game's not that strong. It might be one to try right here.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they went for it on 4th here.
Miller in the shotgun, takes a snap. Near side receiver goes in motion. He drops back. He's looking for a receiver in the end zone, throws it, and has him, but did he step out? It's going to be a no catch. That'll bring up 4th and 9 for the Lions.
Yeah, they try to go to their standout athlete right there, Robert Woodyard, the Alabama commit linebacker, who they also put in at receiver from time to time, and he actually had 500 yards receiving last year, so certainly good on that side of the ball as well. They had 6 touchdowns.
Looks like they're going to try for a field goal here. They're changing out personnel.
Yeah.
And that was good coverage by Britton Cooper on that play.
Yeah, he really had nowhere to go. I mean, he did put it where only the Williamson player could catch it, but fortunately that was out of bounds due to the good coverage.
So we're going to see what kind of extra point attempt they have here. Field goal attempt. It's 4th and 9. We got 10:35 left in the first quarter. It looks like Williamson is going to take a timeout. While they take a timeout, we will too. You're listening to Cardinal Football on Archangel Radio.
Williamson, this is the first official timeout.
Wow, that was crazy. Yeah, 3 is good. We'll watch, we'll judge and see how it goes.
We got our starting roster anywhere. Where did that go?
I got it right here.
Yeah, I don't have that.
That's fine. I can look at it. I got this one.
Okay, I got it.
Yes, right there. Let's go.
Parker's back in the game, so that's good. All right, 10 seconds, guys.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. Both teams coming out of the timeout here. We got 10:35 left in the first quarter. The Williamson Lions are fixing to try for a field goal attempt from their own 10-yard line. It's 4th and 9 after a big interception by Williamson on the first play of the game. The Cardinals have stopped them, but they're not going to try for a field goal. They're actually brought the offense back out. Miller's in the shotgun, takes the snap. Drops back, looking for his receiver, has him in the end zone. They're going to call it a touchdown. Looked like it was
bounced
off the turf.
Yeah, that bounce, I could hear it.
Yep, so Williamson gets the benefit of the call there. It'll be 6-0 Williamson over the St. Michael Cardinals.
Yeah, really tough call there. St. Michael, we thought that they stopped them on that third down and that they were going to have somewhat of a moral victory there and hold them to a field goal. Unfortunately, Williamson came out and threw a quick out route that seemingly bounced on the ground for their linebacker who comes in at receiver at times, Robert Woodyard, and he was able to bring it in.
And here they come for their extra point attempt after that score. There's the kick. It's blocked. It was almost kicked in their head. It's going to be blocked. That'll make it 6-0 Williamson over the Cardinals. 10:27 left in the first quarter, and you're listening to Cardinal football on Archangel Radio.
That bounced. I can hear it bouncing. I've got headphones on. I can hear it bounce.
It hit like 2 feet in front of them.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It skidded.
I
can hear it. I got headphones on.
Man, I don't know how 2 of those referees were right there, and I don't know how they didn't see it.
I do. I do. They didn't want to see it.
Well, yeah. I mean, credit Woodyard though, man. He made it look like he caught it.
Oh, he did off the ground.
It's like a catcher.
Yeah.
Framing it.
All right.
And proud supporter of St. Michael Catholic High School.
5 seconds, gentlemen.
Support Catholic schools or ministries in the Archdiocese. Go
Kicking off for Williamson, number 1.
All right, we're back. 10:27 left in the first quarter. Williamson scores, doesn't get the extra point. It's going to be 6-0 Williamson over the Cardinals. Williamson will be kicking off to the Cardinals from their own 40-yard line, kicking off right to left. We got William Ford back deep to receive. It's a little bit better kick. It's fielded at the 18-yard line and is brought down at the 32. Did they fumble the ball? Looks like they're going to say no.
Yeah, pretty big hit right there. Ezra Sexton, starting running back for the Cardinals, was the return man.
So they're going to mark it down at about the 28-yard line. Oh, they're going to put it at the 30 for the Cardinals. Cardinals be going left to right, taking off from the 30, their own 30-yard line. We got 10:17 left in the first quarter. Cardinals come to the line. Murphy's in the shotgun. Sexton to his right in the backfield. We got 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Waiting on the snap. Murphy takes a snap, hands it off to Sexton. No, keeps it himself, gets to the outside, trying to find some room and slides after picking up about 2.5 yards.
Yeah, good decision to get down and slide right there by Josh Murphy. Can't afford to lose him this early in the game. Yeah. There was definitely a safety coming down to fill the alley.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Cardinals. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line.
I think we're already seeing the playmaking ability of Williamson's defense. In the first play of the game, on that first possession, they were able to get an interception and make a play to put their offense in good position. Something to definitely look out for this game with how stacked their defense is.
Definitely. Not sure if they called a timeout or I heard a whistle.
Yeah, and that's another thing to look out for this week is Williamson in their matchup last week against St. Paul. Between the two teams, they had 29 penalties. Yeah. And so if we can win the penalty battle in the kicking game, those are really honestly must for us to win this game, considering the amount of talent that Williamson has in their backfield and then their interior defense.
Definitely, and that was going to be on the Cardinals. It was just a sideline warning. Mm-hmm. So Murphy's in the shotgun. We got 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Murphy takes the snap, has pressure in the pocket, scrambles ahead forward, and maybe picks up about 2 more.
Yeah, chipping away on this drive. We're in decent enough position on 3rd down to give us a shot. It looks like it's about 3rd and 3.
Yep. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line of the Cardinals. Big 3rd and 3 here for the Cardinals. They really need to pick this one up, keep this drive going. Murphy's going to be in the shotgun. He's got Sexton to his left in the backfield. We got 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Far side receiver comes in motion. Murphy takes a snap, hands it off to Sexton, picks up the 1st down and some more, runs over a line. He's down to midfield, and that's where they'll mark it.
Really good job of the line up front, creating a crease for Ezra Sexton to run through, and good job by Ezra Sexton running hard with good pad level and falling forward over 2 line defenders.
I don't see the flag, but they're calling a flag. Did you see a flag hit the ground?
I did not see a flag, but they're calling something, and
it's called against the Cardinals.
The crowd's saying it's holding.
Well,
I think it was illegal procedure by the
wing back.
wide receiver that came in.
Okay, yeah, he was moving forward before the snap, I would say.
Well, that makes it a little bit more difficult for the Cardinals, but nothing they can't overcome.
No, last week this was kind of their bread and butter, 3rd and long, and then they would break a 30-yard pass.
The ball will go all the way back to the 32. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 8 for the Cardinals. We got 8:38 left in the first quarter. Cardinals trying to pick up this big 3rd down right here. They come to the line. Murphy's going to be in the shotgun. He's going to have Sexton to his right in the backfield. We got 2 receivers to either side. Murphy takes a snap, drops back. He's looking downfield, has an open receiver, and he catches it at the 35-yard line and goes pulled down at the 31. Wow, great play. Was that Calvin Karen?
It was. It was a post route by Calvin Karen and great throw by Josh Murphy to where only his receiver could get it. Calvin had to stretch his arms out and everything. Really perfect throw there.
That was just textbook right there. That was beautiful. So that brings up 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
For a second, you saw that Williamson defender put his hand up, and you wonder if he was going to get over it. But perfect placement by Murphy right there.
Murphy in the shotgun. Sexton to his left in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands it off to Sexton, who tries to get ahead, and looks like he kind of slipped down after picking up about a yard.
Yeah, he got ahead of himself a little bit there, and looks like his feet didn't quite hit the ground whenever he was running in place.
Be 2nd and 9. Ball spotted at the Williamson 32-yard line. Cardinals come out with Murphy alone in the backfield in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. 7:31 left in the first quarter.
Defensively, Williamson also runs a 3-4 just like the Cardinals.
Murphy takes a snap, looking for his receiver. Has his receiver. I thought he dropped it. Wow. And he got tattooed after he picked it. That was William Ford, who caught that ball almost one-handed, brought it in, spun around, and got nailed.
Yeah, that was Bill Ford tough right there. Good job by Bill Ford. Bobbling the ball for a second, bringing it in as he spun around right into a Williamson defender who put a pretty good lick on him, but he was able to hang on.
That's going to bring up about 3rd and 3 there for the Cardinals. Another big 3rd down opportunity. Great field position in Williamson territory. They're actually at the 27-yard line. 6:44 left in the first quarter. Murphy in the shotgun. Sexton to his left in the backfield. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Takes a snap, a little bit of low snap, hands it off to Sexton. Gets ahead forward for the first down and pushed back. They're going to give him the first down in about a yard. He's going to be down to the 22.
Yeah, it's probably the 3rd time that they've brought in Mo Fairhope coming in motion from being out there as a wide receiver and pulling him in as a wingback, using him as an extra blocker. And, previously we had the penalty called on that same similar play. This play, Ezra Sexton made a couple good cuts and had good vision to get a gain of about 5 or so.
So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from their the Lions' 22-yard line. Cardinals going left to right. Murphy in the shotgun. Sexton to his right in the backfield. 2 receivers to either side. Murphy takes a snap. Hands it off to the running back who was actually Braylon Green, who picks up about 3 or 4.
Yeah, it looks like just a standard zone read play right there. Braylon was able to make a good cut and get another few yardage. So far, St. Michael has been doing a pretty good job of moving the ball on the run, which is going to open up the rest of their offense. So good drive so far by St. Michael and coming back after that turnover.
And they're going to take a timeout, so we will too. And you're listening to Cardinal Football on Archangel Radio.
Hey, don't forget it's Moy.
Moy Fiapoo.
Moy.
Fiapoo, right?
Yeah, Fiapoo.
Fiapoo. Yeah. Well, we called him Mo in Flominton.
Yeah.
I kind of said it in between, didn't I? I was like,
yeah, you were there.
You're
That's way better than the way I've butchered it so far.
Yeah, I tell you, I was cracking up in the interview this morning, too, because you said St. Michael's with an S, and then the next time you corrected yourself, I was like, way to go.
Hey, it was a possessive S, though.
That's a hard one.
Plural.
It's St. Michael's ball.
5 seconds.
Join us for an evening of fun and fellowship and great food, courtesy of Terry.
Sorry, 10 seconds.
CKS 2021 Saturday evening, September 25th. Visit ctkcsdaphne.org for more information.
All right, we're back after that timeout. I think it was a heat timeout. The Cardinals come back. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Ball spotted at the Lions' 17-yard line. Cardinals going left to right. Murphy in the shotgun. Sexton to his left in the backfield. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. near side receiver goes in motion to the other side of the line, hands it off to Sexton, pounds it ahead in the middle of the line, and he is close to first down, but I think just a hair short.
Another decent run by the Cardinals, and again they bring in Moy Faipu in motion as the wingman for the extra blocker with the.
And it's a quick snap, hands it off to Sexton, who dives ahead forward, and I think he got the first down and a little bit more. They're going to have him about to the 12-yard line, and that will be a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, again, St. Michael moving the ball on the ground.
That was a quick, they got to the line and snapped it. We got 5:07 left. Cardinals are on a drive, first and 10 here. Ball spotted at the Lions 10-yard or 11-yard line.
They love the quick snap after a good run. Just compounding effect, catch the defense off guard is something they've had a lot of success with against Jackson as well.
Murphy in the shotgun, Sexton to his left in the backfield. We got a three-group bunch set of receivers on the right and one to the left. Murphy drops back. He's looking for an open receiver. Oh, had one that slipped down and over the head of a defender, luckily. So it'll be an incomplete, bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I believe Bill Ford was the intended receiver on that play. Plenty of time. Good job by the offensive line, giving Murphy a shot there, which they took towards the end zone on the pass play.
So the Cardinals are kind of taking it a little bit slower right here, waiting for the play to come in. Bring in the big receiver for the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, they take out Ezra as well, so you have to imagine that this will be another pass play.
Yep. So Murphy's going to be in the shotgun. We got 4:37 left in the first quarter. 2 receivers to either side. Green in the backfield with Murphy. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Green, who gets wrapped up as soon as he grabs the ball. And lines weren't full. They snuffed that one out.
No, and they brought a couple of blitzers as well, which helped them to stop the run play there. Couple defenders were definitely unaccounted for.
So they're going to have a loss on that one. It's going to be about 3rd and 13. Ball spotted at the 15-yard line of the Lions. Murphy in the shotgun. 2 receivers either side. He's got Green to his left in the backfield.
Showing blitz again.
Waiting for this. Well, looks like we had a little jump over there. Waiting for the snap. Murphy takes a snap. Has pressure. Gets it to his intended receiver on the far side of the field. Inside it. Touchdown, St. Michael.
Yeah, Murphy looked right and then quickly threw it left despite the pressure. Bill Ford catches it on the slant and retains his balance despite a couple defenders right there for the score.
Great play, and great execution. It looked like Murphy was going to get wrapped up there in the pocket. We got 3:49. The Cardinals score, tied it up 6-6. And Ezra's going to come out and try for the extra point to take the lead.
And see, this is where the kicking game can be key. If we're able to convert on our extra points and Williamson's not, that's a huge advantage.
There's the kick. It's up. And it's going to be good. It's 7-6 Cardinals over the Williamson Lions. 3:49 left in the first quarter, and you're listening to Cardinal Football on Archangel Radio.
Nice. Yeah, it was a little design play.
I thought it was
right through that defender's arms.
Yeah, I thought it was like,
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have a pick, though, on that one play in the end zone.
I mean, that last play could have been tipped easily, too.
Yeah.
There was a guy coming for him.
We've had so many passes that are just right there on being touched, like last week.
I mean, that first play by Murphy to Calvin Caron, that long post play, it was a great pass, but it was still just barely over that defender.
Well, when they brought Calvin in over here, I thought he was going to the corner. I thought that was what we were going for.
That might have been part of why he faked right, using him as a decoy.
Yeah. All right, we're back. After the score, it's 7-6. Cardinals over the Lions. Cardinals will be kicking off from their own 40-yard line, kicking off left to right to the Williamson Lions. And we got 3:49 left in the first quarter.
And that was an 8-play drive for 70 yards for the Cardinals.
And it was very, very, very well played by the Cardinals.
Yeah, good job of getting the momentum back after that disappointing first drive.
Here comes Ezra Sexton with the kickoff. The kick is high, short, and out of bounds. It's going to give the Lions pretty good field position.
Yeah, I was wondering what they're going to do with their kickoff this week. Last week they had a couple different squibs, a couple pooch kicks to keep it away from the receiving team. But we also know that Ezra can kick it all the way down to about the 20, maybe 15-yard line too. So,
I think
that was an intended short kick to keep it away from the return team.
So the Lions will take over at their own 40-yard line, going right to left. Again, score 7-6. Cardinals over the Lions. This is a big series for the defense. See if they can get a stop here for the Cardinals.
And the Cardinals have their starting nose guard back, Parker Bass, who was out last week. Huge addition for the Cardinals.
Miller's in the shotgun by himself, drops back. He's got 3 receivers, far side, 2 to the near. He's got a wide open receiver that he overthrows, thank goodness. Just couldn't quite get to it.
Yeah, pretty good pass there. The receiver looked like he slipped a little bit, maybe misjudged the trajectory of the pass. You know, one thing we talked about in pregame is their quarterback, Daniel Miller, does put a lot of air under the ball anytime he's thrown it deep.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Lions. 3:40 left in the first quarter. Everybody's getting set and ready. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Ball is at the 40-yard line of the Lions. Lions going right to left. Right to left.
Empty backfield.
Empty backfield. He's in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's got receivers crossing across the middle. Oh, throws a pick by the Cardinals. He's at the 40-yard line, scraping ahead to the 30. He's up to the 25, pushing ahead to the 20, and he goes out of bounds there. Great pick, like it was thrown right to him.
Great pick by Austin Maloney, the quarterback. Daniel Miller threw it pretty much in no man's land. Austin Maloney executes on the interception, makes a couple people miss, and then drives the eventual tackler 3 or 4 yards for the extra emphasis on the play.
And just like that, the Cardinals would have the ball at the Lions' 20-yard line, going in for another score here. That was a great series there for the defense on 2 plays and getting the ball back.
Yeah, good hard return right there by Austin Maloney too.
Yeah,
he really, ran behind his pads and tried to get every yard out of that he could.
All right, Murphy's in the shotgun. Got Green to his left in the backfield. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near.
Showing blitz again.
Looks to the sideline, see if there's a change. Murphy's getting everybody straight now. Takes a snap. Oh, ball's on the ground, picks it up, gets it across, and has to just kind of throw it to his receiver. It bounces in front of William Ford, but he almost got sacked on that one, so he got rid of it quickly enough.
Yeah, despite the misconnection on the snap, they did have a receiver open and were almost able to convert for about 5 yards on the slant.
So we've got 3:17 left in the first quarter. Cardinals up by 1, 7-6 over the Lions. It's going to be a 2nd and 10. Ball spotted at the Lions' 20-yard line. Cardinals going left to right. Murphy in the shotgun. Green to his right in the backfield. Got 1 receiver to the near side, 2 to the far. Hands it off to Green. Hits the middle and gets driven back as soon as he hits the line. I think that's going to be a no gain on that one and bring up 3rd and 10 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that was Tyreek Gaines, the Williamson linebacker that also had the interception on the first possession. One thing I like to see so far in this game that's really a positive for the Cardinals is that they've been getting Braylon Green some touches. Mm-hmm. Ezra Sexton, he was definitely the workhorse last week against Jackson and Flomaton as well. So you definitely need several running backs that you can rely on over the course of the season.
All right, see what the Cardinals can dial up here on this big 3rd and 10 play. 2:40 left in the first quarter. Sexton is back in. Murphy's in the shotgun. Sexton to his left in the backfield. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Takes a snap. Drops back. Looking to the end zone. Has it. Oh, had his receiver, but it bounced out of the hands of a Williamson line, and that's going to bring up 4th and 10 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, risky pass right there. There were 2 Williamson defenders covering Bill Ford on what was a corner route to the front of the pylon for the Cardinals.
All right, see what the Cardinals do. It looks like they're going to keep the offense in here. Murphy and Coach Rivers are talking it over there on the Cardinal sideline. Here comes Murphy back to the field.
Josh Murphy getting his early game sprints in, going over the sideline each play.
Yep, so that's 2:22 left in the first quarter. 7-6, Cardinals up by 1. Big 4th and 10 right here for the Cardinals. Ball at the Lions' 20-yard line. Looks like we're going to have a timeout by the Cardinals. While they take a break, we will too. 7-6 Cardinals over the Lions. 2:22 left in the first quarter. You're listening to Cardinal football on Archangel Radio.
Yeah, so what do you think? You think they're going to try to kick it?
They should.
I don't know that they practiced.
Was it 35?
That far out,
I think
he's got the leg for it.
I think he could get it.
It's about a 35-yarder, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
33.
I think he's got the leg for it. Whether or not they're going to do it, that's a whole different story. Because, when you're running and you got to kick field goals, that's hard. I mean, it tears
Maybe that's
your
why I
legs
took a
up.
timeout. Yeah. Give him a second.
Join us for an evening of fun and fellowship
All right.
food, courtesy of Terry Quinton Crew. For TKS 2021, Saturday evening, September 25th. Visit ctkcsdaphne.org for more information.
All right, we're back. Teams are both coming back out onto the field after that timeout. The score is 7-6, Cardinals over the Lions. It's a big fourth down opportunity here for the Cardinals. They're at the Williamson 20-yard line going left to right. 2:22 left in the first quarter, and it looks like the Cardinals are going to go for it. Murphy comes in at shotgun. Sexton to his left in the backfield. We got three receivers to the far side. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drops back, looking for his receiver, William Ford, and throws it just a hair behind him, and it'll be a turnover on downs there, and Williamson will pick the ball up at the 20, and that's where they'll bring out their offense.
Yeah, a bit of pressure by the Williamson defense right there. Murphy didn't have quite as much time as he would have liked, and I don't think that's the route they would have really, ideally wanted to go to with that play, it being 4th and 10.
Right. So Williamson will take over there on offense at their own 20-yard line. 2:15 left in the first quarter. Score 7-6. Cardinals over the Lions. If nothing else, it's kept that offense off the field for a good little period of time.
Yeah, and that was key last week. St. Michael establishing the running game early in the ball game and being able to keep the opponent off the field.
Miller's in the shotgun for the Lions. Takes a snap, hands it off right up the middle, finds a seam, tries to get to the outside, finds it, misses a tackle, and he picks up the first down and about 3 more. He's going to go out at about the 32-yard line, but we do have a flag on that play.
And I was just about to say we haven't seen much from Jacoby Shaw thus far from the Williamson offense, but he gets one of his first carries there for a big game. We'll see if they bring it back.
Looks like it might be against the Lions. And it is, so that'll bring that play back. Big break for the Cardinals there. They had good blocking, and he found some seams and was able to pick up about 13 yards.
Yeah, he's a shifty running back. He's got really good speed. It didn't look like he wanted to really fight for extra yards right there. He did run out of bounds pretty early on in his run.
Yeah, Billy pointed out that was a hold, so it was really good blocking. They back it all the way up to the 12-yard line, 13-yard line of the Lions. 1:56 left in the first quarter. Miller's in the shotgun. Takes a snap, rolls to the near side. He's got pressure in his face, gets rid of the ball, and it goes in and out of the hands of his intended receiver as he threw under pressure. And Miller is getting up a little bit gingerly there, but he snapped back to it.
Yeah, Miller is definitely capable on the rollout as a lefty quarterback. But on that play, Clay Barr had good pressure and was able to get in his face and prevent him from making an accurate pass.
So that brings up 2nd and 17 for the Lions. The ball is spotted at their own 13-yard line. So 1:43 left in the first quarter. Cardinals are up by 1 point, 7-6 over the Lions. And the Cardinals trying to get a big stop here with the Lions deep in their own territory. Miller's in the shotgun, back to his left in the backfield. 2 receivers to either side. Takes a snap, hands it off. They wrap him up as soon as they get him and sling him to the turf. He might have only got a yard on that run.
Yeah, again, Clay Barr with the tackle. He trailed the running back who was running away from where he was initially positioned, but he had good bend on the play and was able to track him down and sling him down for a loss.
So this is a big third down for the Lions with 1:20 left in the first quarter. The ball is up to their 15-yard line. It's going to be about a 3rd and 15. They're waiting on personnel to come in from the sidelines. That's Miller, the quarterback. Everybody's getting set. Clock is ticking down. We're down to 1:02 left in the first quarter.
They brought in Ford to cover Woodyard.
Yep. Miller takes the snap, takes the handoff, gets it out to the side, the near sideline, And the Cardinals are there to wrap them up after about a 3-yard gain. That's going to bring up 4th and 12 for the Lions.
Yeah, and you have to expect that they're going to go to Woodyard whenever they bring them into the game like that to put them on offense. Good job by the Cardinal defense, all running to the football and gang tackling. Obviously a much bigger athlete.
4th down, 11 yards to go for Williamson.
So we got 26 seconds left in this first quarter. Clock is ticking down. Waiting to see if they're going to let it go expire.
First punt of the game for Williamson.
It is a punt.
And the kicking game, again, is something that Williamson has struggled at so far this season.
The way it's going, I haven't seen the play clock. It's down to 2. 1. And it's going to be a delay of game. Or is that the
end of the quarter?
That's the end of the quarter. So score 7-6, Cardinals over the Lions. Into the first quarter, and you're listening to Cardinal football on Archangel Radio.
Nice job.
I was looking for the play. I guess they don't have. Oh, it's
no,
the
play clock was in the end zone. It still had 10 seconds left on the play clock. Yeah.
I looked up at the.
I hate that we missed the opportunity to score off of that turnover.
Yeah, I would have liked to see us go for the field goal, to be honest.
Yeah, I would have got the points while I was there, or at least tried it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see this punt because I think against these other teams, I think he was averaging about 15 yards on punt.
Yeah.
Well, we might score off this punt.
Let's kick it backwards.
Yeah, that'd be great. Catch it in there.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
All right, we're back. Start of the second quarter here. Score 7-6. Cardinals over the Williamson Lions. Williamson is lining up at their own 15-yard line to punt. It's about 4th and 12. Haven't seen a punt yet from the Lions, and not real sure what to expect. We've got William Ford back deep to receive. Looks like they're trying to get everybody lined up here. Waiting on the snap. There's a snap, a high snap. The kick is up. It's gone about 3 yards. Well, about 20 yards maybe, and bounced about 10 backwards. It's at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Cardinals will take over on offense.
I do think he got it past the line of scrimmage, the initial line of scrimmage. It was literally a 1-yard punt.
Yeah. I'm giving him 2. 1.5.
Okay.
1.5.
You're generous, Robin.
Special teams, baby.
You know, 33% of your games are won by special teams. So, and if you're able to capitalize on it, it's great. But the Cardinals still got to get to the end zone.
That's true.
And we already know that that's a long distance if you can't get in there.
Yeah.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Cardinals deep into Williamson territory at the Lions 20-yard line. Cardinals going right to left. Murphy in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands it over. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it himself. Rolls out the middle. Slides down. Picked up about 6, maybe 7 on that play.
Yeah, a little bit of a late slide by Murphy, but good run pulling it there on the zone read. Seems to be all right. He did take a little bit of a hit.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 3 for the Cardinals. Ball spotted at 14, about the 14-yard line of the Lions.
I mean, and this is why the kicking game's huge. You know, Williamson, if they had a decent kicking game, St. Michael would likely be starting this possession from the 50. Instead, they're starting it from the 20.
So Murphy in the shotgun, Sexton to his right in the backfield. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near, takes the snap. Fakes a handoff to Sexton, keeps it himself, slides down. He's going to be just shy of the first down, looks like.
A little bit of pushing and shoving there between the Lions and the Cardinals.
Yep. See where they... I don't think he only gave him a yard. I thought he got a little further than that.
They gave him about half a yard, looks like. Still 3rd and short. Definitely a manageable down and distance for the Cardinals.
3rd and 2. Looks like the Cardinals have a tight set. Murphy in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Fakes a handoff to Sexton. Looking for his receiver in the end zone. Woo! Looks like it was caught. Touchdown, St. Michael. What a grab by William Ford.
Sliding catch by William Ford, his 2nd touchdown of the day.
What a grab. You couldn't really tell from here. It looked like the ball went to the ground, but he caught it before it did, right over a defender on the ground.
Yeah, no bounce on that touchdown.
No.
Murphy also did a great job of evading 2 blitzers from the Lions and was able to outrun them, get outside of the pocket, and make the throw on the run.
And here come the Cardinals to try for the extra point. Oh, they're shifting personnel again. We'll see who they're bringing in.
Looks like they're bringing the offense in.
Yep. They've got me a little bit confused, but yep, offense is back in. Murphy's in the shotgun. Sexton to his right in the backfield. Got two receivers. Oh, now we're getting a few whistles. Looks like he's trying to pump up the jam with that call.
Yeah. I think he's talking to the press box in some capacity.
Yeah, we got 10:23 left in the first half. Murphy in the shotgun, takes a snap, drops back, getting some pressure, rolls to the far side, throws it across. Oh, and overthrows his intended receiver was Ezra Sexton. So that'll make it 13-6. Cardinals over the Williamson Lions. 10:23 left in the second quarter, and you're listening to Cardinal Football on Archangel Radio.
So I guess they were trying to go up multiple scores there. But at the same time, it's kind of.
I think that was not a good decision.
Yeah.
Well, unless there's something going on with the extra points or field goals, extra points we don't know about.
It just depends how confident they
Yeah,
are.
well, see, I think they were
Extra
trying to
point
go
change.
up 2 scores, trying to get a 9-point lead instead of just a 7-point lead. But to me, having that extra point, knowing that you
Williamson's going to go for 2 from here on out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why you wouldn't take that, that's, but, 6 one way, half dozen the other,
Oh, yeah.
On his chart. 5 seconds.
He's got a chart.
To support Catholic schools
Sends Lynn to go for 2.
in the Archdiocese. All right, here we go. Cardinals.
All right, we're back. 10:23 left in the second quarter. Scores 13-6. Cardinals over the Williamson Lions after that touchdown and failed 2-point conversion attempt. The Cardinals will be kicking off from their own 40-yard line, right to left. Ezra Sexton puts his foot into it. It's high. It's going to be fielded at the 33-yard line of Williamson. He gets ahead to the 37, and that's where it'll be. I heard a lot of cheering over there. I didn't know if maybe the ball had come out. Couldn't really tell.
No, but it was another good tackle by Clay Barr, several of which that he's had tonight so far.
Clay has had a very, very good night tonight.
So that last drive was 3 plays for 20 yards.
The ball will be spotted at the Williamson 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. Lions are going left to right. Scores 13-6. Cardinals over the Lions. Everybody's getting set. Miller will be in the shotgun and has a back behind him in the backfield.
We got an extra Williamson receiver running onto the field late.
Takes a snap, hands it off right up the middle. He's trying to get to the outside. He picks it up. Picks up about 7 or 8 yards. It's going to be about 8 where they spot him down.
Yeah, good run by Jacoby Shaw right there, displaying his elusiveness.
Have him at about the 47-yard line of the Lions.
1 yard to go.
And I don't think we're going to see the Lions lay down at all tonight with this game. It's going to be a pounded in there kind of game. 9:52 left in the second quarter. Be a 2nd and 1 actually for the Lions. Ball spotted at their 47-yard line. Miller in the shotgun, has a back to his left in the backfield. 2 receivers to either side. Takes a snap, hands it off again right up the middle.
Wow.
Picks up the first down, stumbles ahead to the Cardinal 41-yard line.
Yeah, good hole created by the Williamson offensive line right there, and Shaw hit the hole definitely hard enough to get to the second level, made a defender miss, and picked up about 12.
Yeah, it looks like they've found a little bit of a wrinkle right there in the middle of the Cardinal defense, and able to pick up that first down. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball spotted at the Cardinal 41-yard line. Williamson, Miller is in the shotgun, hands it right off again, comes to the outside, picks up about 7 before he's brought down.
Yeah, another good run by Shaw. He's the type of back that can cut so quick that he's going to disrupt the Cardinal defenders and the angles that they're taking in pursuit.
7-yard gain on the play. Second down.
Now bring up a 2nd and 3, ball spotted at the 34-yard line of the Cardinals. Williamson's on a drive here, all on the ground so far. Quarterback's in the shotgun, back to his right and behind him in the backfield. Hands it off to the back behind him, who squirts ahead forward for a first down into the 29-yard line of the Cardinals. Another 1st and 10 for Williamson coming up.
Yeah, not quite as much space for Shaw to run on that play, but he's small enough that he can fit through even the smallest hole that the offensive line is able to create, and he was able to get to the second level again.
Looks like we have a Williamson player down. While they attend to him, we're going to take a short break. We got 8:33 left in the second quarter. Scores 13-6. Cardinals over the lines. You're listening to Cardinal football on Archangel Radio.
Yeah, they're starting to rely on their running back, and that dude is so fast. I mean, he's hitting those holes.
Yeah.
And you're right, Chase, man. He doesn't need a big hole.
No. Yeah. He hardly had a hole right there. He's got good vision.
We got lucky that he tripped on a blade of grass or something on that one.
Mm-hmm. And he's not so much like stopping and juking. It's a cut.
He's just
change of direction.
Yeah, he makes his decision and just goes. He doesn't wait. He doesn't dance.
No, he's not hesitating. All right.
5 seconds.
The ball will be spotted at the Cardinals 29-yard.
All right, we're back. Williamson takes a snap. Oh, ball comes out. Ball's on the ground. Big Parker Baas jumps on the ball. It's Cardinal football at the 35-yard line of Williamson.
Parker Baas back in action this week after missing last week's game and makes his presence felt early in the second quarter with the fumble recovery.
Big play there. Cardinals get the ball back. Williamson was on a drive. We got 8:18 left in this second quarter. Scores 13-6. Cardinals will come out at the 35-yard, at their own 35-yard line on offense and see what they can do.
Yeah, young Parker Baas is only a sophomore, but he's definitely a disruptive force for the interior defensive line of St. Michael, and you can go ahead and call Parker Baas Parker Balls.
Well, I was kind of nervous because the ball sat there just a little bit too long. So we got 13-6 Cardinals over the lines, and we got 8:18 left in this first quarter. Murphy's in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back, steps into the pocket, looking downfield, throws it. Oh, just underthrew his intended receiver, William Ford, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. Looked like Josh Murphy took a big hit as he threw that ball.
Yeah, getting up a little gingerly.
And I would say Josh has shown his toughness in that pocket last week and this week. He is holding that ball till he just about does get tattooed, and that time he did.
No doubt, and I think that's partially a tribute to the improved St. Michael off-season strength and conditioning program. They're not going to be, one of the bigger teams that they play against. They play against a lot of athletic and physical teams. Last week was no exception, and they've got another team like that against Williamson this week. So toughness is definitely part of their standout traits.
Murphy takes a snap, gets it out to William Ford on the far side of the field. Williams fighting ahead. He's up to the 40-yard line. He's going to pick up about 5. No whistle was blown. He didn't hear one. He kept running. But it's going to be marked down at the 40-yard line. They'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, 2 hop-step cuts right there by William Ford on the screen pass. Was able to get good extra yardage.
So we got 7:44 left until halftime. 13-6 Cardinals over the lines. Murphy in the shotgun. Looks like Sexton to his right in the backfield. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Fakes the handoff. Ooh. Throws it across. Oh, it got tipped at the line by Robert Woodyard. And that's their big player on defense there. He got his hand on it, and that'll bring up 4th and 5 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think they had something there. It was a well-designed play with Moy sprinting out to the flats as a decoy, and then they had an open receiver. Unfortunately, they weren't able to convert.
Looks like we might have a Cardinal who's having a little trouble with his leg on the field. While they check on him, we'll take a break. 7:29 to half, 13-6, Cardinals over the lines, and you're listening to the Cardinal football on Archangel Radio.
Who is that now?
Hey, so Parker is a boss, but that's how you pronounce it, is boss. I just got a text from my wife. She's like, tell him how to pronounce it correctly.
I knew the one that went by, same last name spelling, that went by Bass.
Don't worry. We all made those mistakes. The only reason that helped me is that he's in the same grade as my son, and they've been going to school together for years.
Jovi's just a sophomore.
Yeah, Jovi's a sophomore. Yep.
Yeah.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Visit ctkcsgaffney.org for more information.
All right, we're back. 7:29 left until halftime. Scores 13-6. Cardinals over the lines. They're escorting the injured Cardinal to the sideline. Looks like a foot injury. Going to check him out. Getting ready to come back out here after that injury timeout. But so far the Cardinals are down. I would imagine the punt team's coming out here on this play. It's going to be a 4th and 5. But see what the Cardinals dial up. They like to surprise us here tonight.
Yeah, they're unpredictable in the kicking game. Injured Cardinal on that last play, number 75, Jovi Warner, one of their starting offensive linemen. We'll see who they bring in for him next possession.
Yeah, it looks like Josh Murphy's going to be back to punt. Running personnel in from the sideline. There's the snap, the kick. It's going to hit at the 40-yard line. It's going to be fielded by Williamson. It bounced up, took a Williamson bounce. He grabbed it, but was wrapped up right there at the 41-yard line of the Lions. They're going to mark him at the 42. But, man, that could have been a heads-up play where he would have got some big yardage.
Yeah, it could have gone that way, or it could have gone, not in his favor if he was able to, if he muffed that for whatever reason. Good tackle by number 34, starting inside linebacker Tyler Sella to limit that return for minimal gain.
Ball spotted at the Lions' 43-yard line. Lions going left to right. Be 1st and 10 there. 7:14 to half. Scores 13-6. Cardinals over the Lions. Miller's going to be in the shotgun. He's got a back to his right in the backfield, one behind him in the backfield. 2 receivers to the near side and 1 to the far. Waiting for the snap. Takes a snap. Hands it off right up the middle. Cardinals wrap them up after about a 2-yard game and bring them down.
Yeah, good job gang tackling by the Cardinals. Number 14, Max Wilson, was the primary tackler on the play.
So they're going to give him 3 on that one. That'll bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Lions. He's got 6:50 until halftime. The Lions are looking to the sideline, trying to get their play. Waiting to get set.
For such a little running back, Shaw almost squirted out of that gang tackle right there.
He did. Miller's in the shotgun. Hands it off again to Shaw, who gets to the line of scrimmage, gets wrapped up, but not before he picks up about, I think they're going to give him an extra yard or so, but he's up to the 50. They're going to give him about 3 on that one.
Yeah, another play where he really didn't necessarily have a big hole to run through, but he had good patience and vision, found a crease, and hit it hard. Got good yardage, but, again, a decent tackle by the Cardinals, number 34, Tyler Sella.
Looks like you're going to take a timeout here on this one. So we'll take a timeout too. You're listening to Cardinal Football on Archangel Radio.
Man, that was a gutsy play, picking up that punt like he did.
Yeah.
Because he switched his eyes, and somebody could have been coming.
Oh, yeah.
I wish somebody would have been coming. That would have been another one of those ear hole plays.
Do what? Here, put your thing on. I turned your voice up.
Is that official timeout?
Who called that? They didn't assign it to anybody. Another 6 minutes, it's going to be a heat timeout.
Yeah, so.
This is the coolest week 2 game I've ever been to.
And we didn't have one in that other game.
Yeah.
All
right, 15 seconds. Yeah, that looked like like by the officials. 5 seconds.
All right, we're back. Miller takes a snap, hands it off, gets it to big Robert Woodyard, who's fighting ahead for it. He's up to the 20, to the 10. He's going to step in. Touchdown for the Lions, just that quick. I mean, he had Cardinals hitting him and bouncing off and just ran down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Lions. It's going to make it 13-12 and see if they go for the extra point. I would imagine they're going for 2 here.
Yeah, obviously Robert Woodyard, linebacker commit to Alabama. He's an elite level athlete, D1 SEC type player. So anytime you're trying to tackle a player like that, you got to be sure to wrap up. He's not going to go down easy.
And he's not a small guy either.
No, he's about 6'2", 220, 225.
Trying to see, looks like they are going to go into a. No.
It looks like it's a sneak type formation.
Yep, they're going to go quarterback under center. And pitches it back. And it gets wrapped up in the backfield, slammed down at the 10-yard line. Cardinals say no go. That's going to make it 13-12. Cardinals over the Lions. 5:54 until halftime. And you're listening to Cardinal Football on Archangel Radio.
Yeah, they need to drive through those tackles. They just dove at them and tried to hold on. You got to drive your legs through that.
And you're right there on the sideline too. Just keep running and run through.
Yeah. All you got to do is get him step out.
Yeah. I mean, he was very close to stepping out. He just needed a little help. Well, at least if we had kicked the extra point, another touchdown by each team, we'd be ahead by a field goal.
If the first one would have actually bounced off the turf, we'd be
10 seconds.
We could be up 17, I guess.
Yeah.
Or not 5, but yeah.
All right, we're back. After that score by the Williamson in the failed 2-point conversion, it's 13-12. Cardinals still up by 1, 5:54 to half. The Lions will be kicking off from their own 40-yard line, kicking off left to right to the Cardinals. William Ford back deep to receive. Not really got a good straight deep kick yet, but
nope.
see what the Lions dial up here. Had a little bit of they're getting set up now.
We got a couple Cardinals on the 20 and one back on the 10.
All right, this kicked right down the far sidelines, picked up, and brought down at the 32-yard line. So that was Ezra Sexton received it, run it head forward before he's brought down, and the Cardinals will start over there at their 33-yard line.
From their own 32-yard line.
Let's say 32, I'll say 32.
They're the officials.
That's right. 5:46 left until halftime. Scores 13-12. Cardinals over the Lions. Looks like we have an injured player down, another Cardinal. They're going to call out and come check on him. While they do, we got 5:46 to half. You're listening to Cardinal football on Archangel Radio.
I think that's 75. It's the same player that
Jovi again.
Yeah, I think he's probably got a bad ankle.
Yeah. They must have taped it.
He realized it right when he got on the field, probably.
Yeah. So we got 66 coming in. Is that
I don't know if it's his ankle or if it's his knee.
Yeah, it could be his knee.
Yeah, it could be. 66.
66?
Freddie Seibert.
Freddie Seibert. So we had 64. Okay, 66 and 64. Wow, so
got to give Freddie a shout out.
They're on the same side. Okay, that's concerning.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
All right. We're back. Murphy's in the shotgun. Sexton to his right in the backfield. Looking to the sideline for the play. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Waiting for the snap. Takes a snap. Gets it to Sexton. Comes to the near side trying to get ahead forward. Fights ahead for a few and goes down after about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, good pursuit by the Williamson defense right there. On the last play, we had Jovi Warner, the same offensive lineman that came out last position with an injury, went down again prior to the first play of this possession. Obviously, very admirable that he tried to give it a shot, but I think he's going to have an injury. So as a replacement, we have Freddie Seibert in, sophomore offensive lineman to replace Jovi.
Big Freddie coming in to block. 5:14 left to halftime. Scores 13-12. Cardinals over the Lions. Murphy's in the shotgun. Sexton to his left in the backfield. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Waiting for the snap. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff. Looking downfield. Has William Ford, who gets the ball. He's going to be close to the first down wherever they see where they spot it. This side spotted just a hair shy. It's going to be third and. They're going to get it. It's going to be the first down.
Yeah, good pitch and catch between Murphy and Ford. It seems like Ford early this season has been one of the go-to receivers for Murphy, somebody he feels comfortable with on third and 10, third and short passing downs.
So it's 1st and 10, ball spotted at the Cardinal 42-yard line. Cardinals going right to left. Murphy in the shotgun. 2 receivers far side, 1 in the near. Fakes a handoff to Sexton. Murphy has pressure and goes down. Oh, they got a hand on him. He was trying to get away, and actually it's a big loss for the Cardinals there. They're going to have him down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Murphy saw the pressure just in time, but unfortunately I think he slipped more so than number 17 actually bringing him down.
Yeah, he got a hand on him, but I think you're right. He kind of slid on the turf there. We got 4:32 left in the half. Cardinals are up by 1. Got a big, huge 2nd and 20 here for the Cardinals.
And no credit, number 17 for Williamson, Cameron Cohen on that sack.
Murphy runs in with the play to the huddle. Cardinals come to the line. Clock's ticking down. We got 4:09 left till halftime. Murphy's in the shotgun. Got Sexton to his right in the backfield. Looks like there's going to be another timeout. Well, while they take a timeout, we got 3:59 left till half. Scores 13-12. Cardinals over the Lions, and you're listening to Cardinal Football on Archangel Radio.
Yeah, I think that was a Cardinal timeout there.
Yeah, it was. We're down to one apiece.
No, Lions still have 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do. My bad.
That's all
It's
right.
still the first quarter.
We're still in the first quarter. Oh, now they changed it, just as you were pointing that out. They must be listening.
You know, we appreciate them listening. We enjoy our fans, and
especially the ones in the press box.
That's right. Glad to know where your heart lies.
It's a subdued crowd.
Man, that was unfortunate on that sack because
yeah.
I think Ezra looked like he had a lot of running room.
He did.
Yeah.
I didn't see Ezra.
Ezra was a little frustrated.
Well, this is our bread and butter, though.
Yeah.
2nd and 19, 2nd and 20.
10 seconds.
All right.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
All right, we're back after that Cardinal timeout, 3:59 to half. Cardinals are up by 1, 13-12 over the Lions. It's a big 2nd and 20 after the sack slip down by Josh Murphy. Murphy's in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drops back, has pressure, steps up, looking downfield. Look like he's going to keep it himself. Has his intended receiver all the way down there, Micah Farrell at the 41-yard line of the Lions.
Great job by Murphy extending the play right there despite the pressure. Ended up being a scramble drill with Micah Farrell coming back and running to the sideline. Good pass, too.
They're going to spot it at the 38-yard line of the Williamson Lions. 1st and 10 there for the Cardinals with 3:47 left until half. Murphy's in the shotgun. Sexton to his left in the backfield. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff. Slings it out to his intended receiver, Moi Faipu. And he's down after that's about a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, Moy's been doing a great job coming in motion, becoming a wingback out of a wide receiver set and helping their running game. Good to see him get a touch there as a receiver.
Yeah. That was played like it didn't really go that far, but it did. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Cardinals. The ball is spotted at the 33-yard line of the Lions. Murphy getting his daily jogging practice in here, bringing the play in from the sideline. Got 3:09 left until half. Scores 13-12. Cardinals over the Lions.
It's really unfortunate that cross-country season is simultaneous with football season because I would love to see Josh Murphy out there on the cross-country field.
Murphy takes a snap, drops back, gets it to William Ford, who gets the ball. He's up to the 30, the 25 before he goes out of bounds right at the 25. That's going to be a first down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, good run after the catch right there by Ford. That's become somewhat of a theme here tonight. He even ran up to his blocker and was pushing him and guiding him to get a couple extra yards.
They're going to spot that at the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Again, the Cardinals going right to left. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line of the Williamson Lions. 2:35 till half. Cardinals are up by 1, 13-12 over the Williamson Lions. I like how Josh kind of, walked over there that time. He's like, just call it, Coach. All right, he's coming back in here, getting ready to get set. So Cardinals really could use a score right here before half. Murphy's going to be in the shotgun. Yeah. Referee's talking a little bit here.
Yeah, they're taking a little bit extra time before this play.
Yep. So now Murphy will be in the shotgun. Sexton to his left in the backfield. We got one receiver to the far side. They're getting ready to. I'm not sure which clock they're talking about, but I think it's the play clock. So we got one receiver to the far side, 2 to the near. Murphy takes a snap, low snap, picks it up, gets wrapped up as soon as he does. That's about all he could do with it. They jumped the line, had a good blitz in there.
Yeah, they were bringing a few, and if you have a bad snap with that type of pressure, normally the play's not going to work out too well.
So that's going to make it about 2nd and 14 for the Cardinals. Ball is going to be spotted at the 28-yard line of the Lions.
Another long second down for the Cardinals early in this game.
It is. Murphy runs the play in. Cardinals are up by 1, 13-12 over the Williamson Lions. And this is a battle of number 9 versus number 10. The Lions are number 9 in 4A in the state, and Cardinals are number 10.
Yeah, no surprise that's such a close game so far.
Murphy takes a snap, has pressure coming, gets the ball, is tipped up. Did he step out of bounds? They're going to say, they gave him the interception. I thought he caught it.
That's somewhat unbelievable call. He looked out of bounds, to be honest.
Yeah, we got 1:40 left until halftime. It's going to be a change of possession on an interception. Kind of looked like he caught it out of bounds, but he didn't. So the Lions will take over on their own 29-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. Scores 13-12. Cardinals over the Lions. 1:40 till halftime. Miller's in the shotgun. Got a back to his right in the backfield. 2 receivers to either side. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Gets it to Shaw, who's finding room and up to almost midfield. He's at the 48. Before he goes down, big first down run for the Lions.
Yeah, some Cardinal defenders on that play were kind of waiting for him to cut versus, eliminating that space between you and the running back. You always got to squeeze the space out of the running back and not worry too much about them making cuts.
Lions are trying to hurry up here, looks like. Miller takes a snap, hands it off again. Shaw comes to, finds the outside, picks up the first down, steps out after getting about 2 more. He's going to be to the 40-yard line of the Cardinals, and they're not wasting any time. Steps out, stops the clock.
Yeah, Shaw simply just outran the defense to the edge right there, purely with his speed.
The Cardinals need to get ready here. Looks like the Lions trying to get going fast again. Miller's in the shotgun. He's got back to his right in the backfield, one behind him. Takes a snap, hands it off to Shaw again, hits the middle, picks up about 6 yards before he's brought down.
Yeah, good pursuit by the Cardinals, but again, Shaw's just able to squeeze through those tight spaces, and he hits the hole so hard that he's almost guaranteed for a gain of at least 4 to 5 on each of these plays so far.
Now bring up 2nd and 4. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Miller in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off again. Shaw finds a crease, cuts back to the near side, picks up the first down and goes down. There is a flag on this play. And see if that goes back against Williamson. We're down to 44 seconds before half. Cardinals are up by 1, 13-12 over the Lions.
Yeah, based on where that flag was thrown, you got to hope it's holding.
Yep, and it is going to be holding. They're going to back up the Lions on that one. That was kind of a break for the Cardinals there because Shaw has been on a tear.
Yeah, consistent yardage by Shaw.
So that'll bring up about 2nd and 10 for the Lions. 44 seconds to half. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line of the Cardinals, or 41-yard line of the Cardinals.
And Williamson has really abandoned the pass game over the past few possessions. They've really been relying on their run game with Shaw.
Yeah, I mean, and it's working. So
until
they can stop it, I don't see why you.
Yeah, and it really should open up their pass game as well. So if you're the Cardinals, you got to be wary of them trying to take a shot here.
Looks like Miller was trying to get him to jump. Hands it off. No, keeps it himself. Rolls to the far side, looking downfield to the end zone. Has it wide open receiver. It's in and out of his hands. Oh, that was going to be a touchdown for sure for the Lions, but it bounced in and out of his hands in the end zone by himself. Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Lions.
And the Williamson fan base is fairly distraught with that drop. Right on cue, Miller. Play fake, play action, and they take a shot downfield to a wide open receiver. The pass looks plenty on target and soft, but fortunately it slips through his hands.
Yeah. I don't know who everybody's mad at because there was only one guy that should have had that one.
I think they're mad at that one guy.
Yeah. So it brings up the 3rd and 10 here for the Lions. 20 seconds left till half. Great play call, though.
Yeah.
Everybody was, focused on Shaw on the handoff.
Yep.
Miller rolled out. So Miller's going to be in the shotgun. Shaw to his right in the backfield. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Takes a snap. He's dropping back. Has some pressure. Trying to get to the outside. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down. And a few more. He gets tattooed after getting the first down.
Yeah, big hit right there by the Cardinals. Looks like it was number 33, Clay Barr, again continuing his good game.
And that's going to have the ball down to the 26-yard line of the Cardinals. We got 11 seconds left until half. Looks like the Lions are going to take a timeout here. And while they do that, you're listening to Cardinal Football on Archangel Radio.
In NFL lag track.
Man, hey, you gotta just remember, if there's a big hit, it's Clay Barr.
Yeah, but he's been kind of quiet some of the other games.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that great play last week.
I think the more I watch, I think both Clay Barr and Tyler Sella are pretty good.
Oh, yeah, they're doing really well.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that drop, though, was just when you have so much time and, he does throw it up. He has some air under his balls. Too much time to think about it.
Yeah. I just can't believe they let that guy get so far behind him. I mean,
he's getting sucked up by the run.
Yeah.
I mean, you run, and then play action pass.
They're going to have to watch the quarterback run on this one.
All right, we're back 11 seconds to half in a barn burner, 13-12. Cardinals over the Lions. Lions are at the Cardinal 26-yard line on a drive, 1st and 10 from there. Had some big plays, had a big drop in the end zone by one of the Lions receivers to the benefit of the Cardinals. But they have been able to move the ball here on this drive, and the Cardinals are going to have to stiffen up and kind of keep them out of the end zone. Miller's in the shotgun. Back to his left in the backfield. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Waiting for the snap. Takes the snap, drops back, looking downfield. Keeps the ball himself, tucks it, trying to find some room. Gets up ahead. He's down to the 10-yard line before the Cardinals pull him down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Lions with 1 second left until half.
Wow, they probably could have ran that clock that extra second, helped us out a little bit there.
So they're going to get 1 shot at it, and we all know what 1 second can do.
Timeout, Williamson.
Looks like Williamson's going to take their last timeout.
Yeah.
And with 1 second left, the score is 13-12.
Hey, just keep going.
It's 13-12 right here before half. Cardinals need a big stop here.
Yeah, and that was really the first play that we've seen Miller use his legs and display some of his running ability. He broke a long 60-yard run against LaFleur. So him being able to scramble out of the pocket and pick up some yardage on long, 3rd and long or 2nd and long is definitely a big part of their offense.
Yeah, and they actually spotted the ball at the 11-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11. But they only got 1 second, so I think we'll only get 1 play out of here.
Yeah, just 1 play.
The Cardinals going to have to kind of look for anything on this one. Up by 1 going into half would be great. Getting a stop and being up by 1 would be great.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if they bring in number 1, Robert Woodyard, who they brought in key situations on offense.
I think he's out there.
Play.
Yeah, I think that's a go-to.
He is out there. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they try to throw him a screen pass in space or maybe even a fade to the back of the end zone. I do think they're going to go to the air here.
Now, I don't know if you can hear it, but that is the Cardinal student section going crazy across the field here at Ladd-Peebles. Miller's in the shotgun. Back to his left in the backfield. 2 receivers to either side. Woodyard is one of the receivers on the near side. Takes a snap. Miller looking, throws it across the middle. Intercepted by the Cardinals. Time expires. Halftime. Cardinals are up by 1, 13-12 over the Williamson Lions. Huge play by the Cardinals. I didn't even see who that was that caught the ball.
Yeah, that was number 34, Tyler Sella with the interception.
Great play.
Great job by the Cardinals being able to keep the momentum going into half. Miller didn't really have anywhere to go. There was a rush coming, and he just kind of threw it up.
So that was great, and scores 13-12 at half. You're listening to Cardinal Football on Archangel Radio.
Good job. Wow. Awesome.
Again, it's the theme of going into half.
You're listening to the Green and Phillips Game of the Week. Powered by have any replay stuff, or is it just radio?
If we were a real radio station, you could put on the football game. You could put on the Bucks game. But we're not, and he's lazy. We don't even get the second half of the game, which is brutal.
Hey, Joe. And Eli are going to do on Monday night. We could just sit back and we're watching the game and just have a conversation.
What do you want to do, Steven?
He says, I'll be back after halftime. All right. Thank you.
We got to open that box.
That's very unlike you.
How many minutes we got? What about the progress? How many minutes we got?
Slide that box up on the lid.
It's a password. We got about probably till like 5 minutes left in the. How was that show? In the
You see it right down there?
halftime clock.
Okay, I'm not on until the 5 minute mark.
What is it?
Yeah, that.
BS66.
Say it louder.
Yeah, certainly. Go right ahead.
Yeah, now you talk.
All lowercase.
Totally for that.
I went up to Birmingham on Friday or Sunday night to see the Black Rose.
You see that?
Yeah, it was
Running
good
and
concert.
passing stats. If you're
I
still
tell you
looking
who's
at stuff.
good.
Yeah.
I've heard them. Look up Dirty Honey. Yeah, they've abandoned the pass and we've abandoned the run.
Well, thank God they didn't.
They did an hour.
Because I think I gave it to Robert Woodruff.
They really are.
Right there to run it just down the side. I mean, either way, it's 1 second.
I don't know why they're not getting it to him more often. I guess because number 5 is doing so well.
Yeah.
All righty.
Turn me down.
All right, we're here at halftime. I'm Billy Langford. Let's take a moment to thank our halftime sponsor. Thank Coles Murphy Lumber and Associates. They're an engineering firm offering plan design layout for churches, schools, and shopping centers, shipyards, and material handling facilities. Call Coles Murphy Lumber and Associates at 251-434-1611 or go to cmg-a.com. All right, well, we had a little bit of everything in this first half, but I think the big story right now is the turnover battle. Right now,
Steven, we're apparently having
Williamson
difficulty
turned the
with the
ball
Double
over
Teams
twice.
podcast. He'll work on that. That'll be up later.
No, they've turned the ball over
it'll be
3
myself
times.
and Brian
St.
Chenard
Michael has turned the ball
at
over
halftime
2
here
times.
at Ladd-Peebles Stadium. That's okay, Brian. I only did a 3-hour talk
Getting
show.
the touchdown was a really, really
13
big
to
play.
12, St. Michael Cardinals lead Williamson in really a turnover-filled ball game. And it started on the first play of the game. St. Michael, Josh Murphy throwing an interception to Tyreek James, and Williamson capitalized on it. 4th down and 10. Daniel Miller finding Robert Woodyard in the front corner of the end zone.
And Austin Maloney had an interception. 3:23 left in the first quarter. And then second quarter after Lions had a 1-yard punt. The Cardinals turned it into a 1-yard touchdown before they were started at the Lions 20-yard line. At that point, they gave the 20-yard
But St. Michael came back. They had a 12-play, 70-yard drive. 6 minutes and 28 seconds. Will Ford on a 35-yard touchdown pass. His first of 2 touchdown catches of the day.
They're up by 1. And this Williamson team, I think, is deceptive on paper. They're a really good team right now.
a 1-yard punt. That set up St. Michael. That set up St. Michael on the line. And once again, Murphy finds Ford. This time for a 12-yard touchdown.
Cardinal football on Archangel Radio. I couldn't tell what you were trying to show me. Oh, I got you.
All right, Dave Schultz, Brian Jannard, back here at Ladd-Peebles Stadium. They only have time and Lions.
That was me with the very first play. Around the wrong player.
Then Williamson fouls up. They stopped the passing.
Exactly.
They just started running the football. Unfortunately,
Hey, Joe, I think you should send that in and protest.
in that game, they went 3 and out bunches. Then they started running it again. All in all, they ran it 12 straight times, having some success. And the linebacking recruit down there with Robert Woodyard, 50-yard touchdown run down the right sideline. That drive went 3 plays, 57 yards, and Woodyard his second touchdown of the night, 1 receiving, 1 rushing.
There's a $100 bill hanging out of the back pocket.
All right, let's take a time out. 2 picks. Continue at half. Maybe Bruce got, you can play Bruce Marshall. Get your all gambling set for this weekend.
Yeah, first touchdown.
We'll be back with more at Ladd-Peebles Stadium halftime. It is St. Michael 13, Williamson 12. Back after this, Green and Phillips Game of the Week. Sports Radio 105.5 WNSP.
Gives me the number.
About
What?
It gives me the number.
3 minutes after that. Okay.
They're both doing good on 3rd down.
For what now?
They're both doing pretty good on 3rd down conversion, 75% versus 62%. How many attempts for each? 5 out of 8. St. Michael, 62%. 3rd down conversion.
St. Michael, 5 for 8, and Lions are 3 for 4.
So if you don't turn the ball over,
No way. No way that didn't matter. Huh?
Is that his iPhone?
Yeah, or whoever is sitting over there.
that running back's better than Eddie Jackson. So Tyler Campbell was definitely a good athlete. I think 5 is a better runner than he was, and then obviously number 1 is probably better than him as well. Just because how big he is and how many tackles he can break.
Well, we're definitely struggling to cover number 1. I mean, they've tried Martin on him. They've tried to bring in William Ford on him. I mean, they just, oh, by the way, William Ford's nickname is Smooth. So if you want to throw that in once in a while.
I really liked my
Bill
Ford stuff.
I thought that was awesome. That was good.
I love calling people named Williams though. So.
I peeked it. That was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is the player rewind interview. Yep. He had those fantastic pitches last week.
The good one today, too.
Yeah. They weren't quite as flashy though. So.
What?
Hey, who's stealing that? Where did that come from? No, I mean.
The concession stand.
Do I owe you some money? Who do I owe money to?
We're gonna sneak some money in Brian's back pocket before we got here.
That's weird.
He does have a lawn care business.
All right.
He can afford it. He's
Look,
probably
he
not.
needs a sponsorship on air.
You lose.
Yeah, he's probably not even paying taxes.
He doesn't
You're
really
bad.
want to work. I went and helped him Monday after he got off work.
Oh yeah,
Not
so
you.
this is just him paying you for doing all the work.
Y'all enjoyed my hard work there, guys.
This is
I
what
can't
you'll
say. He
upload
did
to
take me
Huddle.
to Buffalo Wild Wings that night.
Oh, nice.
Then I
you do
stuck
that?
to it.
Mr. Drury takes his item back.
Watch it.
Is that Buffalo?
Bam.
Yeah.
Is that Buffalo?
Bam.
Just one
Bam.
Is that Buffalo Wild Wings?
He'll take this video from this camera and upload it to his YouTube channel.
It's been there for
It's just
like a
a
year
lot
or
higher
two,
resolution.
but it's just, I don't get down there that much to that part of Foley. I mean,
it's
I'm
just-
there all the
is
time,
it
but also, too,
uninterrupted?
I haven't eaten at a
Just keep
Buffalo
trying it.
Wild
This?
Wings in about 20 years.
No, we always come up the backside and go to Publix and it's in front
I don't know if he puts audio in there. This is on Facebook, and I got it piped into you guys.
Hey, so,
Not right now, but
So when these spots are done, Rip is going to go over the games for tomorrow night, and then once he's done, then he'll throw it to us, and we'll go over. We'll talk about the second half, and then just make sure I need about 30 seconds at the end to read the live
Dave
read.
Schultz back with Brian Gennard.
Oh, I'm talking to them. I know you'll keep me straight.
St. Michael leading Williamson.
So if y'all are talking when they hear 30 seconds, just know to cut it back to me so I can
Just stop decisions on the.
Hey, just so you know, Rip, we got about 6.5 minutes left on the clock.
The Brewers
plus
went
or minus
for 2.
a few seconds.
They have a good kick. Back extra points. That would have made it an 8-point game.
Just to give you an idea.
What was the explanation? What do you think the explanation is for that?
So what do you think Coach is telling them in the corner over there?
Don't let them get behind you.
Don't get them while they're in front of you. Don't let them get beside
Turning the
you.
ball over probably is one.
Thinking that they're going to go for 2, and they have to go for 2.
Yeah, because I think on that one kickoff return that Ezra had, I think he fumbled that ball and Justin Helper recovered it.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's talking about their defensive run game too.
Yeah, so interesting. So then Williamson, and maybe this is the only reason, like you said.
Yeah, I think
that
if you can
Williamson is
slow
going to
down their run
They are
game,
going to go
they have
for
to
2, and that's exactly
depend on
what
just
happened
the
after
pass.
Woodier's touchdown.
Because
They went for 2, and
Well, I
That's a
think
big task.
offensively for the Cardinals, I think the RPO has worked really well the times they've run it. So they may look to do more of that in the second half.
What is RPO? What's the acronym? Run, pass, option.
All right.
Run pass difference. You want money.
Such a good play. You can work.
Run pass, open.
He's been in the backfield, been very disruptive, and that's exactly what happened in that 2-point version. Actually, also,
Yeah, I was gonna buy a radio, like a little radio, and just tune it into you guys' channel. I was gonna buy a little radio and tune it into you guys' channel,
and then
just plug it in there so you get all
St.
the
Michael was moving, and Murphy throws an interception. He was under pressure. Feels like Williamson just decided we're going to blitz every time and bring in some pressure. And they did, and Darian Pugh made a great catch on the sideline.
yeah, he really did. He steps in front of the receiver, he's running the out route, kind of tight lips the sideline, pick that one up. But again, something you talked about, it brings a lot of pressure, and it's doing a couple of things. It's causing the center.
Hey, we're back up to 41 people.
See who's cutting, see who's picking up, and that's causing some disruption. The quarterback, single exchange, and most of all, those are all
I need to put an ad out for Boss Hog Barbecue. Splash ad out there.
You don't have your boss on. You just
Today we're sponsored by Kentucky Bourbon Wild Turkey.
And they had him in at 40, and they just weren't really in a hurry. They got 3 runs, and they got all the way down inside the 29-yard line. But they had to deal with a penalty, and they started passing it again. They did get one play off
Billy.
that ended up being an interception.
Robin on
Daniel
the
Miller
crew,
actually
but they're really
ran
more
for a
than the
first
crew.
down. It
I
was
think
a really
together we all
long
might
1
be a
second.
motley crew. And don't
for
forget
Lonnie
about
that stayed
don't
1
forget
second
about
for a while.
Tony.
But they did get
Tony
one more
is
play
providing
off.
us the stats.
Miller forced us to throw it up for
these stats
grabs,
have
and it
been
was
key in
picked
painting
off.
a picture
Third
of what's
turnover
going on with the game
Williamson
so
again.
far. I mean, when you look at some of the comparisons, the play count is pretty even. St. Michael at 31, Lions at 24. The offensive yardage, the Lions have a slight edge with 188 once they really got that run game going to 140 for the Cardinals. Time of possession, Cardinals have the edge, but you wouldn't know it by the score. But from a, you've heard Chase say it a few times, the longer they can keep the offense for the Lions off the field, that's better for defense. The pass completions, it's all been passing yards
Yeah, and
for
so the
for
game
Cardinals
has
with
ended
124 passing yards.
All right,
9
we got 3
completions
minutes or
out of
so left.
17 attempts.
Players are on the field.
Turnovers.
Yeah, we'll be back.
have
We've
been-
got to take a
have been
couple
the
more
big
breaks.
storyline and
13
probably
to
the big
12.
difference right now in the game. and
St.
why the
Michael
Cardinals
leading
are
Williamson.
still,
Lions get the
in
ball to
lead
begin
at
the second
13
half.
to
They did
12.
defer
And so, and
the
then
first half
penalties. We
kickoff.
thought
Back
penalties
after
would play a
this,
bigger
live
role
from
than they
Ladd-Peebles
have
Stadium,
yet,
Dave
but,
Schultz.
as players get tired in the
we might see some of that. And then finally the punts, the key punt there was the Lion punt for 1 yard.
Yeah.
Anything else in this last couple seconds that you want to highlight that's been big in this game or that they need to
I think the way that both teams have been struggling in the kicking game has given each team good field position, and if it really wasn't for those turnovers, both teams have been able to drive the football. And St. Michael has 140 yards total offense. Williamson has 188. With the way that they've both been able to drive the field, they'd probably each have more yards than that if it wasn't for the poor kicking game. So what I'm looking at in the second half is field position, so the kicking game, and whoever turns the ball over less should be able to pull this one out.
All right, we'd like to thank our halftime sponsor, Coles Murphy Glover and Associates. They're an engineering firm offering plant design, layout from churches, schools, and shopping centers to shipyards and material handling facilities. Call Coles Murphy Glover and Associates at 251-434-1611 or go to cmg-a.com. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. You're listening to Cardinal Football on Archangel Radio. All right, we got about a minute and a half left on the clock.
So Williamson hadn't even come out. You'll get 5 more when they come out.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to make it,
doing yoga,
a 2-minute spot stuff, you can do that. We'll be all right because they're not even lining up. In fact, the players aren't even out on the field yet. So just make it a 2-minute spot. Yeah, and then when we come back, we'll just finish up and then be ready when the game starts.
I thought St. Michael was actually going to Cardinals really do have to get their run established and just pick up some yardage on the ground because we've got to keep that Williamson offense off the field, and they just need to try to start pounding it in there and picking up some yardage.
Yeah, it seems like, with the offensive line is really in a battle. I mean, they're in a battle with this defensive line from the Lions, and it's hampering a little bit of the execution of the offense, and the Cardinals need to find a way to give Josh just a little bit more time for the plays to develop, especially those passing plays, because they haven't had much success with the run. But like Chase said, I mean, if they get the run going, that helps the passing game.
Yeah, and it also helps them with time of possession, like Robin said, and keeps the Williamson offense off the field. One of the things we highlighted pregame is the standout players that Williamson has with their defensive tackle and two all-star linebackers. And so, yeah, St. Michael has struggled so far running the ball. If they're able to be more effective running the ball in the second half, that's going to open up their pass game, bust a couple big plays, and then, the other key is to protect the football and not give Williamson any advantages with a short field.
Yeah, and keep in mind the most important stat of the evening: Williamson has lost to two teams, or has losses to two teams, both of which wore red, and we'd like to see it happen for the third time.
Yep, that's key. And shout out to number 78, starting tackle Donovan Cotton. He's wearing the most red on the St. Michael team. He's definitely listening to Billy. He knows what's up.
Yeah, clearly they watched the same game tape that we were able to look at, and so they had such a physically brutal game last week, and they've come out like like that was nothing, and they've recovered from it. And then the question will be, does that affect them as we get in midway through the third quarter and into the fourth quarter? I don't know. I mean, the strength and conditioning program has made a big difference, and this is where you want to see that difference.
Yeah, and we didn't see them start to slow down any until the second half of the game last week against Jackson. So this is when you'll start to see that fatigue if it does show up. But so far, coming out to the second half, they seem to have a lot more energy than Williamson as both teams get warmed up again and ready to play.
Yeah, and in the second half of last week's game, both teams slowed down. I mean, it was such a physical first half. You could physically tell that, or you could tell that they both physically slowed down and weren't quite kicking on all cylinders. So far, though, like you say, both teams look like they're somewhat fresh and ready to take on this second half.
Yeah, and I think with the Cardinals, they've shown that they can have that gritty, gutsy performance in the second half. And the one thing that might give them a slight edge over in the second half this time is that they still remember, the guys that were on the team last year remember that loss last year where they were leading. The Cardinals were leading most of the game, and then at the very end, with less than a minute and a half left in the game, the Lions scored to win the game. And that little bit of incentive might be enough to take the Cardinals over the edge when they start to get a little bit tired. They'll be able to say, I can keep going, I can dig down deep and make this happen.
Yep, and the Williamson had won the toss at the beginning of the game, deferred to the second half, so the Cardinals will be kicking off. We'll get a chance to see what adjustments they've made on defense here to start the second half.
Yeah, and they definitely do need to make some adjustments on defense. Williamson has had their way in the running game with number 5, Shaw. He's been able to find creases and get consistent good yardage. So hopefully in the second half, St. Michael will be able to shore that up some.
Here comes Ezra with the kickoff to start the second half. It's a short. We thought it was going to be an onside kick. It's going to be fielded at the 47-yard line of the Lions, and that's where they'll start on offense here to begin the second half.
Yeah, and Williamson, again, starts with good field position due to a relatively ineffective kicking game by St. Michael.
Score is 13-12 to start the second half of play. Cardinals are up by 1, and this is a battle. Cardinals really going to have to fight it out because this Williamson offense has found a run game, and they've got to slow them down. So Miller, the quarterback's in the shotgun, got a back to his right in the backfield, 2 receivers to either side, waiting on the snap to get this half started. Gets a snap, hands it off, gets Shaw. There's going to be a flag on the play after he picks up about 4 yards.
Yeah, and similar to a play earlier in the game, based on where that flag was thrown, you got to assume it's going to be holding here.
It was right in the area, and it looks like they are going to back up the Lions.
Cardinals brought a few defenders on that play.
He got it down to the 48-yard line of the Cardinals and waiting for the officials to step it off. But there again, even though everything was kind of blocked up, he picked up positive yards on that run.
Yeah, O-line was able to get a good push, and he kind of just hid behind him and was able to fall forward.
They're going to mark it all the way back to the line, 42-yard line. It'll bring up about a 1st and 15 for the Williamson Lions. Miller, the quarterback's in the shotgun, back to his right in the backfield, one behind him. Takes a snap, hands it off to Shaw, tries to get the outside. Cardinals wrap him up after he picks up about 3 yards and drop him at the 45-yard line of the Lions.
Yeah, both Cardinal inside linebackers, Clay Barr, number 33, and Tyler Sella in on that tackle.
That'll bring up about a 2nd and 13 for the Lions. Ball spotted at their own 45-yard line. The Lions are going left to right. See some of the adjustments the Cardinals have made to try to slow down this run attack.
Yeah, I don't know if there's really going to be X's and O type adjustments. It's just going to be a matter of everyone continuing to pursue the football, understanding that Shaw is a really good back. He's going to get some yardage, but you got to keep being consistent and not let him break any long ones.
And they're handed off to Shaw again, and finds the outside corner. Gets pulled down after a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, big play right there by Parker Boss on the tackle. He was able to sling down Shaw for minimal gain.
He slung him to the turf. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Williamson Lions. Ball spotted at their own 48-yard line. 49. We got 10:48 left in the third quarter. Scores 13-12. Cardinals over the Lions. Cardinals need to get a big stop here on this first possession of the Lions after the start of the second half.
Yeah, on third down, the Cardinals are going to bring in a leaner personnel set of players, anticipating the throw.
Miller's in the shotgun. Shaw to his right in the backfield. 2 receivers to either side. Waiting for the snap. Takes a snap. Drops back, looking down. Keeps it himself, tucks it up, tries to get up the middle. Gets wrapped up after about a 5-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, really good job by the Cardinal defense right there, all converging on Miller before he was able to reach the first down. Looks like Miller took a bit of a hit right there, and he's coming up a little bit slow.
Yep, I'll bring up 4th and 5 for the Lions. Looks like they'll bring out their punt team. Would you think for a fake punt after that first punt we saw earlier in the game, would you try for a fake here?
I wouldn't be surprised if they tried a fake punt, but, they've got at the beginning of the first half, I don't think you really take that risk and give up field position.
Back there to punt, though.
He's back there as the punt defender. So if they were to give him a direct snap, that's something that, as a defender, I'd be on the lookout for.
Yeah. It is a new punter, too.
Oh, there's a flag before he gets the kickoff.
Got to get a little practice rep in.
Got 9:17 left in the third quarter. Scores 13-12. Cardinals over the Lions. Looks like that penalty is going to be against the Lions. They're backing up, fixing to step it off. That's going to make a 4th and 5 a little bit longer for them.
Yeah, and they showed their hand right there. They weren't going with any sort of fake. It was just a traditional punt.
Yep, so that makes it a 4th and 10 now for the Lions. Ball spotted at their own 48-yard line. Lions going left to right with the punt here.
Definitely don't expect a fake now that it's a farther down in distance.
Yep, and William Ford is back to receive. There's a snap. The kick is high. It's been fair catched at the 35-yard line of the Cardinals, and that's where they'll take over on offense. We got 8:56 left in the third quarter. Scores 13-12. Cardinals over the Lions.
Yeah, probably the best punt of the day for Williamson so far. About a 15-yard punt.
And Robert Woodyard's showing that he's got skills all around. I mean, it wasn't the greatest punt, but it was a punt, and it was downfield. He's doing good on defense, doing good on offense. And,
yeah, definitely a versatile player that they plug and play when it's a crucial down.
So here come the Cardinals. Murphy in the shotgun, Sexton to his right in the backfield. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Takes a snap, hands it off to Sexton, comes to the near side. There's going to be a flag on the play. He picked up about 6 yards, but I think that one's coming back.
Yeah, big pile of offensive and defensive linemen right there that gave Ezra Sexton the opportunity to get to the edge and get some good yardage. I think they're going to call holding right there, though.
Yeah, we had mentioned the penalties. Looks like we're starting off the second half with both sides showing a little bit on the penalty side. They're going to march the Cardinals backwards from the spot of the foul there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call to make. There's just a bunch of guys in a pile. It looks like all the offensive line and defensive line kind of just fell to the ground. It's hard to pinpoint one person that you would call holding on there.
Yeah, it's going to be a 1st and 25 for the Cardinals. Ball is at their own 20-yard line. We got 8:50 left in the third, and it's got the Cardinals backed up big time. Hard to establish a run game when you're backing up like that.
Yeah.
All right, Murphy's in the shotgun. Sexton to his left in the backfield. We got 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Far side receiver comes in motion. Takes the snap, hands it off to Sexton, runs right up the middle, and picks up about 5.
Sexton on the carry.
Yeah, they brought in Moy Fayepu in motion again, as they've been doing throughout this game. Standard zone replay, but good hole for Ezra Sexton to run through for about 5.
It's going to make it about 2nd and 20 here. Ball spotted just shy of the 25-yard line of the Cardinals. Cardinals are going right to left. Scores 13-12. They're up by 1 over the Williamson Lions. Murphy's in the shotgun. Braylon Green in the backfield to his right. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Near side receiver goes in motion. They were looking for a motion penalty. Murphy takes a snap, gets it out, bounces it off the turf to his intended receiver, William Ford, who takes a hit after the ball bounced, and that'll be an incomplete and bring up a 3rd and 20.
They missed an opportunity there. The safety was playing really shallow, and they had man coverage on Calvin Karen on the outside.
Well, we've said the big downs, big third downs have been St. Michael's bread and butter. They get another opportunity to try it out here deep in their own territory.
Yeah, this is probably one of their tougher down and distances, either this week or last week, to try to convert on. We'll see what they come up with.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 20. Ball spotted at the 24-yard line of the Cardinals. Cardinals going right to left. Murphy in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Takes the snap. Murphy drops back, has pressure, throws it, gets it away, gets hit after he gets rid of the ball. That's going to be an incomplete, bring up a 4th and 20 for the Cardinals at their own 24-yard line. Gosh, he just had pressure right there.
Yeah.
It was almost like a screen pass, but there was nobody to go to, didn't look like.
Yeah, I think that might have been a screen pass developing right there, but too much pressure, and it looks like he took a little bit of a late hit too.
All right, so the Cardinals going to run out the punt team here. 7:59 left in the third quarter. Scores 13-12. It's been 1 possession and out for the Lions, and now the Cardinals are going to be punting it away in their first possession of the second half. Josh Murphy back to punt.
Williamson had their best punt of the evening on their last possession. We'll see what the Cardinals do here.
There's a snap, the kick. And it's bouncing, and it's going to be downed at the 37-yard line of the, or 43-yard line of the Cardinals. I forgot we were that far back. So that's where the Williamson Lions will take over.
Yeah, both teams have kind of just been exchanging the ball and giving the other team possession, somewhere in the middle of the field between the 35-yard lines. So both teams, again, starting out with really good field position.
Yep. And again, the Williamson Lions are going to be in Cardinal territory. Ball spotted at the Cardinal 43-yard line. Williamson's going left to right. 7:48 left in the third quarter. Miller's in the shotgun, got a back to his right and behind him in the backfield. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Takes the ball, hands it off to Shaw, hits the middle and gets pulled down after picking up about 3 to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and, a gain of 3, that's a win for the defense. You stack 3 plays of 3 yards, that's only 9 yards. It's 10 yards to get a first down, so you put the opposing team in a 4th down situation. And as effective as the Williamson run game has been thus far, I think 3 yards is a pretty good hold right there by the Cardinal defense.
No, I agree.
Second down, 7 yards to go from the 40
All right, so brings up a 2nd and 7. Miller takes a snap, hands it off to Shaw, finds the corner, gets up the middle. He's being chased down and pulled down. I think they're going to mark him at about the 21-yard line of the Cardinals. Big run. He just found that crease and turned it right up through the middle.
Yeah, they pulled one of their guards, and he came around and blocked a couple Cardinal defenders to open up a crease. And, again, Shaw's been great all night at hitting those seams. And with enough speed to get to the second level and make multiple defenders miss.
6:53 left in the third quarter. Ball spotted at the Cardinal 21-yard line. Line's going left to right. Miller's in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Shaw again. Hits the middle, into the pile, and pushed down after he picks up about 3 again.
Yeah, decent job by the Cardinal defense on that play. A lot of white jerseys in there on the tackle.
I think they're doing really good when they can catch him in the middle, but if he ever gets bumped to the
For the Lions. Miller's pass is incomplete. Intended for number 22. Adrian Clipper. Official timeout. This is a heat-related timeout.
Go ahead.
So two completions for 15. Of course, we did have 2 other completions to the Cardinals.
What was that?
He's throwing 2 balls.
Got some brisket, nachos, pizza, wood-fired pizza.
That's for sure. All right, 10 seconds,
What,
gentlemen.
beer too with that? Beer and some wood-fired pizza.
Sean Hill. Tackle made by number 20, Bergman. Third down, correction, fourth down, and 1 yard to go for the Lions. Sean Hill, tackle made by 25, Cooper. First and 10, Williamson Lions.
Corona. And they're drinking it.
Coming out for the Williamson Lions, number 3, Home. Equal Cardinals, number 11, Fairhope. Perfect pass from incomplete. Sexton on the carry, tackle made by number 3, Darion Hill. First and 10, Cardinals. There's a flag on the play. Holding called against the Cardinals. First and 10, Cardinals from their own 46-yard line. Timeout, Williamson Lions.
Because we made a touchdown.
Sexton on the carry. Tackle made by 18, Jeremy Williams. Pass complete to number 2, Roy Green. Make some noise, Williamson fans, it's third down! Pass complete to number 2, Roy Green. First and 10, St. Michael Cardinals. There's a flag on the play. False start, foul against the Cardinals. First down and goal to goal. On the Lions, red yard line. Sexton on the carry. Tackle made by number 22, Jaquan McKinney. Second down and 4th and 2 for the Cardinals. Murphy's pass is incomplete. Lions fans, get on your feet and make some noise! It's third down! Murphy's pass complete for number 2, Roy Green. Lions fans, we need to stop right here at first down and go again. Make some noise! The field is good. 8 seconds remaining. In the third quarter, our new score, the Williamson Lions 18, the St. Michael Cardinals 16.
It'll make them tired on defense.
Yeah, we need more defense. Honestly, don't think he's like super fluid on offense or anything. He's just such a good athlete. He doesn't really run routes. Bring it out.
The onside kick recovered by the Williamson Lions. Shaw on the carry. First and 10. Williamson Lions. At the end of the third quarter on Saturday, the Williamson Lions 18. The St. Michael Cardinals 16. From the Cardinals' 27-yard line. To number 17, Callaway. First and 10, Williamson Lions. Sean the carry. Tackle made by number 14, Wilson. Sean the carry. Third down and 1 yard to go for Williamson. Sean the carry. Tackle made by number 20, Bowman. Fourth down and 1 yard to go for the Williamson Lions. Sideline warning. Sideline warning called against the Cardinals.
Makes it 10 points. Now it's 8. Whittier went on the field. He comes off. Shaw in the backfield. Shaw will get it. And he will get in there. The 2-point conversion is good. You guys made it the first quarter. Our new spirit. The Williamson Lions, 26. The St. Michael Cardinals, 6-2.
See this guy here? That guy here? He's the one that calls all these crazy flags.
Kicking off for the Williamson Lions, number 3, Marion Hill. Deep for the Cardinals, number 11, William Baas. Thomas Myers. Number 3, Hugh. Second down and 21 yards to go for the Cardinals. Pass is complete to number 7, Michael Fairhope. First and 10, St. Michael. The ball will be spotted at the Williamson Lions 21-yard line. Sexton on the carry, tackle made by number 1, Williamson. Two-yard gain on the play. Second down and 8 yards to go for the Cardinals. For the Lions, 19-yard line.
That's the same guy again. That's the same ref.
Ford's pass is incomplete.
That's the same ref. He won't throw a penalty on them, but he throws a penalty on us for everything. He had a hold of his legs.
Official timeout. This is a heat-related timeout. Hey fans, don't forget to tune in to Corey County's Locker Room every Saturday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. on Sports Talk 99.5 to catch up with all the scores and hear from coaches from across the state.
That guy's got a couple grand in his back pocket.
In the NFL at halftime, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 21, the Dallas Cowboys 16. Burns pass. Burns pass. Complete to 21. First down and goal to go for the Cardinals with the Lions 8-yard line. Green on the carry. Tackle made by number 52, McKinney. Second down and goal to go for the Cardinals from the Lions 8-yard line. Murphy's pass is incomplete. Third down and goal to go. Make some noise, Lions fans! Intercepted by the Williamson Lions! Williamson! Shaw the carry. Tackle made by 51. Volabecki. 2-yard gain on the play. Green on the carry. Tackle made by 31. Rowe. There's a flag on the play.
That was Parker hurt.
Move it back.
I don't think you could see me through the chains going like this.
I wasn't even looking.
I just need to have a little straw with some spitballs.
They lost a bunch of yards, right? That ball bounced around for a while on that guy's back.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, I didn't mean to turn it in.
That guy on that turnover, that ball bounced around on that guy's back, but nobody's seeing it. It was on the ground for a couple of seconds, and then finally somebody
That's so
realized.
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. When they grade this one, there's got to be
But
something.
see, I don't get it because he never had possession.
It's the same rep.
I guess they're saying never hit the ground. He was laying on the ground and just grabbed it off the offensive player, but I don't know.
It hit the ground though, right?
The ball never hit the ground.
Oh, okay.
It bounced off the ball.
Illegal block.
Illegal block.
Second down and 15 yards to go for the Williamson Lions. Shaw on the carry. Tucked made by number 33, Ball. Third down and 13 yards to go for the Williamson Lions from their own 5-yard line.
Same rip.
Penalty called against the Williamson Lions. Timeout called by the Williamson Lions.
probably not going to take any breaks unless there's a good reason to the end of the game. So then at the end of the game, we'll do one spot section. We'll come back, we'll wrap up, and then call it a night. Then you can finish off with the spots.
Take two, but I'll take one more. If we got to go out, I want to at least go out with one more stick.
10 seconds. Making me hungry, Rip.
All right, we're back. 2:36 left.
Alright, first down and 15 on the end zone. This is run by Robert taking tackle. Oh!
We'll go down to Gary.
St. Michael called timeout.
Timeout. St. Michael.
Really prefer this to be a touchdown. But it'd be 1 yard. We've seen that before. Here tonight. We've seen a punt block last week. St. Michael did. Because it's 10 points, you can't really do this. But do you take the safety when you can't do that? Because the free kick may go like 10 yards. Collins gonna average 9 yards. Put that away.
Punting for the Williamson Lions, 17. Cameron.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Touchdown, Cardinals.
I couldn't tell. Who caught it?
Point after is good. 2:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. Our new score, the Williamson Lions 26, the St. Michael Cardinals 23.
They got that replay thing over there. Those guys, they can replay it.
23.
Get ready to lean over the
Kicking off for the Cardinals, number 8, Sexton. Deep for the Lions, number 21, Richardson. Kicking off included by number 14, Thomas Miles. First and 10, Williamson Lions. Sean McCary. Tackle made by number 25, Cooper. Timeout, Cardinals. In NFL action in the third quarter, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 21, the Dallas Cowboys 19.
Basically, you're just trying to get Williamson to punt. And that's not going to be easy because they have well over 200 yards rushing here tonight. That's a Robert Woodard, 3 touchdowns. Kobe Shaw, the go-ahead, and right now he's got the conversion. Andrew Miller. Second down and 6. 17.
Second down and 6 yards to go for the Williamson Lions. The ball will be spotted at the Lions' 45-yard line.
26-16 Williamson. They're holding on 26-13. 26-23. What did I say? I screwed that up? 26-23. Right. Shaw gets the handoff on the middle, puts his head down. He does move the pile.
Shaw through. Throws the flag on the play. Second down. Williamson Lions from their own 34-yard line. Sean McCary. First and 10, Williamson Lions. Shall the carry. Tackle made by number 33, Barr. Timeout called by the Cardinals. Miller on the quarterback keeper. Miller, the quarterback keeper. And that's the final, ladies and gentlemen. The Williamson Lions 26. The St. Michael Cardinals 23. We would like to thank everyone for coming out and supporting high school football here at Ladd-Peebles Stadium. Please remember to buckle up and drive home safely.
Makes it a 3-point game. The onside kick just rolled, never got a bounce. That was all to go. Although in this case, Williamson commits a personal foul penalty. Would have had an easy third down conversion attempt. Instead, they make it a hard third down conversion attempt. Third down and 17. Jacoby Shaw had to have over 200 yards today on the ground. He converted it, and that's the ball game.
We're back. I'm Billy, and they're Robin and Chase. And just a quick recap of what happened. Cardinals came up a little short, losing to the Lions 26-23. Number 9 beats number 10. It was a tough struggle for the Cardinals. They fought through as best they could.
All right.
Learning stuff.
I want to thank Stephen Root for doing a bang-up job back in the studio. It's been a long day there. Root will regroup and players pumped up for
sacks.
Fired up Friday after the game.
Cardinals, but overall, they really
thank you for listening.
Showed that
I'm Brian Gennard, I'm Dave Schultz, and your final score for Ladd-Peebles Stadium in Mobile, Alabama.